What is up, everybody? How are y'all doing today? Are we ready to get started? It's Saturday, early Saturday afternoon. Keemstar's bitching that nobody was live because he needs his Saturday morning cartoons. And just to think, I'm the only person live and he's going to tune in and it's going to be an exposed video on him. He deserves it. He totally deserves it. All right. Here we go.
Eiley gets real. Talk slick, better keep it sealed. Tease hot, mask off. Let's go. Step in the chat, it's the final bell. Sally in black, got receipts from hell. Drama queen, nah, I'm the drama dealer. Truth so raw, make a snake turn healer. Mic in my hand with a hit list long. You faked your life, well I wrote your song. No chill, no filter, mask ripping deeper. Lights out, baby, it's the law code reaper. Feel that tea, call it out. Fake get caught when the reaper's out. Say my name, say it loud. Sally don't play, she calls the cloud. One by one they fall asleep, but secrets don't die, I dig too deep. Cameras on, it's getting real. Larco Reaper, sign the deal. Who's next up? I smell that fear. You built a lie, I built a career. DMs leak like a faucet broke. Your truth is a joke and I ain't provoked. Clickbait queens, you all look shook. I don't need edits, I wrote the book. Fake apologies, you can keep that mess. I wear black cause I bury the BS. You wanted the smoke, now you got the fire. Don't start no drama unless you're ready for the choir. Feel that tea, call it out. Fake get caught when the reaper's out. Say my name, say it loud. Sally don't play, she calls the cloud. So one by one they fall asleep, but secrets don't die, I dig too deep. Cameras on, it's getting real. Larco Reaper, sign the deal. Reap what you post. Sally knows. You talk, I show. Larco Reaper, end of the show.
Bow, 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 bow. Oh, that light is way too bright, bro. I literally just got out of bed an hour and a half ago. Let's go down a little bit. There we go. What's going on, everybody? How are y'all doing? Are we doing good? Good morning. Hey, Extreme Abyss. How are you doing? Thank you for being Band World for 6 months. And Nick should pop in if he's awake. I doubt he will. Nick's a very busy man. Speaking of which, I need to pop into the damn Discord. All right, here we go. Bam! I'm in the Discord now. There we go. All right. Good morning. Had a rough night last night. Bro. But now it's time to move on. You know, I will say this. I was going to wait till Monday to talk about it because I was going to come with a hell of a lot more receipts than what I had. But Billy couldn't wait. That's all I'm going to say on that. You know. Oh, yeah, no, I saw Rum. I saw you did. Bro. All right, so what we're going to do today is we're going to watch Nick's video from 6 years ago on Keemstar. And then after that, I don't know. Like, Mal sent me this one video of this 3.5 hour video about Locale Live. But I'm going to be kind of honest with you. The cadence and the accent of this guy, I don't know if I can watch it. And that's nothing against him. It looks like it's done pretty good. And at least he put timestamps in for the 3 hour video. I'll give him that. He did timestamps. But The cadence is what really kills me with the way he talks. So, hey, Vixie, how are you doing? You're doing good work over there. Same coffee asked me, after sleeping on it, you still feel about the same? Yep, sure do. 100%. Yep. Yes, I do. 100%. What's up, Punkosaurus? All right, so let's remember we got 40 members, or excuse me, 40 saved souls. All right. We get to 100, we're going to do the rise and fall of wings. And I forgot who it was. I'm going to shout them out for giving it to me. Hold on. Freaking Vampirate or Vampirate or whatever, however you say that name. If I said your name wrong, I fucked up and I'm sorry. They pretty much did my work for me and got me the videos to do on wings. So, you know, shout out for that. That was awesome. Thank you so much. So when we hit the membership goal, we will be watching wing documentaries. No, 40's not enough. We need 100. You see the little thing over there? It says 40 out of 100. Don't know, Steady. Not my business. All right. So, watching Nicholas DeOrio on the channel that he does not upload anymore because he figured out that he can make more money live streaming and then putting up VODs on his other channel. All right. This guy makes great videos, and it's a God-blessed shame he doesn't make them anymore. But this is the video we're looking at doing here. It's called Slander, Doxing, and Attempted Hacking, Keemstar, and it was made 6 years ago. Lightning Sparrow with the 20. Hold on. I'll adjust it in just a second. All right, there we go. And of course, it starts off with a white damn screen. Shit. All right. Hell yeah, that means we're at 60. 40 more. 40 more. And if we can get it today, that means that it'll be Monday. We'll do the rise and fall of wings. Rum with the 5. Hell yes, dude. This is what I'm talking about. All right? This is what I'm talking about. Let's fucking go. Bam. 65 out of 100. Hell yeah. Thank you so much. Y'all are awesome. Look at all them greens in the chat now. Hell yeah. Let's get some rewards going for the weekend stream. Let's go. All right. This is my breakfast. It's a protein shake. I'm trying to drink these every morning because I figured out also that another big reason why I'm getting sick is because I'm not eating during the day because I forget to eat. So I got to put something in my system. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you're ready to get started. Somebody's tagging me in something. Dank, I'm live right now. Stop messaging me. Or not messaging me, but tagging me in the fucking Discord. You little shit. Yeah, we only need 35 more. All right, let's go. Everybody's hitting ones. Let's do it. Okay, first, this was six. I just want to say, first, this was 6 years ago, and I think he had the bad microphone. I think this is bad microphone, Nick. I believe when he had this, I think he had the snowball. I think, this is also before his editing went up a notch. Okay, so just throwing it out there.
Okay, let's set the record straight.
Yeah, it's the bad microphone! It's the bad microphone! dude. It definitely is. Hold on, I gotta check the volume on this, see if it's blasting y'all's ears.
Doxing is defined by
Yep, it's blasting y'all's ears. Hold on. That's way too loud.
Dictionary.com as a search for and publish of private or identifying information about a particular individual on the internet, typically.
Okay, hold on. Now we're gonna go to the beginning. And Nick is known for starting every single video of his with okay. All right, here we go.
Okay, let's set the record straight. Doxing is defined by Dictionary.com as a search for and publish of private or identifying information about a particular individual on the internet, typically with malicious intent. While there are legal consequences associated with doxing, we're just going to focus on the fact that it's a pretty shitty thing to do.
I love the fact that he put up the fucking definition. Damn, things have changed. Roller Rod said Nick hates showing definitions on screen like this now as well. Yes! Charm Skull, welcome to Cash Cow. Thank you. Oh, this is fucking hilarious. Oh my God, this is funny.
There are parts of this term that we will break down further. However, it is important to note that publish is defined as, legally, the act of communicating to a third.
All right, Apathetic Gamer says, sorry if I've already addressed this, or if you have already addressed this. Only got here. Have you spoken on the Ken situation or any potential way for positive closure on both sides of it? I still feel the way I feel. I'm not going to change my mind. It is what it is. I'm moving forward. I don't care what everybody else does. I really don't care what everybody else does. I don't care. Billy can forgive him. Rastoff can forgive him. They can go off and be buddies and go drink beer together. Me? Nah. I spent too many years on this internet to deal with some bullshit like that. Nah. So, I still feel the same way. And that's not going to change.
Publish is defined as, legally, the act of communicating to a third party by the same website.
I mean, at the end of the day, let's say my channel is dead.
Oh shit, dead on Dave, let's go. Charm Skull said, weirdly seeing my past with Keem slowly coming back through this. Oh yeah, oh yeah, Scully, you're all in the one video. It's funny.
Say everyone attacks me. Let's say, you know, I go through the same thing with that happened in 2016, but let's say it's worse. If that happens and I finally get destroyed, at least, oh my God, I can finally fucking retire.
He is never going to retire. I'm telling you, he's going to be 80 years old talking shit on a damn podcast somewhere. He is never leaving drama. The man lives and breathes drama. It's injected in his veins. Funny enough, Rum, that was my in the commentary community. I met Willie through stories that a story I was doing, and then because of Willie, I got on Dead on Dave's show, and then I started hanging out with Dave. I started becoming like a co-host on one day of a week with Dave, and that's how I met Nick, Bo Blacks, and the rest of them. Yeah, it was through Willie, and then through Dead on Dave. Yep.
Are you comparing yourself to Thanos? It feels like you're doing a Thanos shtick here.
I dox Destiny. Doxing is bad if someone has the intent to harass.
Yeah, but you said you had the intent to harass just Destiny, so wouldn't that make your doxing legal?
Hey guys, that's Scully. This right here, this one, 1, 2, 3, 3 down, that's Scully. That's Scully. That's Scully up there with Bo Blacks and Augie and Keem. Doug, thank you for the one gifted. Let me go ahead and put that up there because I will forget because I'm old. 66. All right, there we go. Thank you. Thank you for the one gifted. That's awesome. We're getting closer.
Legal?
I said that I wanted to harass him, but...
That's the same as that means intent, Keem.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
I guess I'm guilty. I'm not hacking into his shit. I'm not doing anything but looking at public information that he posted publicly.
And obviously, Keemstar has since then, I want to go ahead and put this out there. Keemstar has since then changed his stance on doxing and going real life and shit like that. So if you tried to hold this against him, this was 6 years ago. He has changed his mind. And guess what? You're allowed to change your mind. For example, I used to be a huge ass SJW. I'm not now. Am I still lean to the left? Yes, but I'm not a pussy about it anymore. Okay? You are allowed to change your mind. And that's exactly what Keem did. So before you try to cancel him and get pissed off, this was the past. Okay? The past. You are allowed to change your mind. Chartwig, thank you for the 5 gifted. Thank you very much. We're not doing this to actually cancel Keem. We're doing this because 1, trolling, and 2, I like watching the old videos. Thank you very much, Chartwig. You're awesome. Bro, we are less than 30 away for a rise and fall of wings. Okay. Run for Breakfast says, oh God, Bo Blacks versus Keem had some choice audio bits. Bro.
So, this whole thing where Tommy plays this big guy, and same thing with Nick, where they play this fucking big guy like, you know what, we have dirt on Keemstar. No, you don't. I doxed him. What are you going to do about it? And I don't give a fuck what anyone says. If you think my career is going to be ruined or hurt in any way for what I just said on this show and what I've admitted to, you're crazy. Let's put the pressure on fucking Fat Oreo and Tommy C, and let's fucking expose. Come on.
Fat Oreo. Leave Nick alone. Leave Nick alone. God damn it. And he's losing weight. Spooky Y, thank you for the 1 gifted. I appreciate it.
On, get it out there.
Thank you.
Let people know what you got. Otherwise, you're full of shit. You stupid motherfuckers got in your cars and you want to play chicken with me. Well, guess what? I am not swerving. Let's go. Release the audio.
Yeah.
Release the audio.
Hey, Nicholas DeOrio, we in this shit, son?
On February 11th,
Oh.
2019, a branch of the commentary community was brought together under Keemstar to fight a common enemy at the time. The chat that was associated specifically was known as the NCO, a chat that was once built and designed to create a place for small creators to grow without Keemstar's influence, and had decided this situation was big enough to warrant Keemstar entering the chat and eventually calling the shots.
Keemstar was so hated. Keemstar was so hated that they literally created a group to not be around Keemstar. Literally. They created the NCO to not have Keemstar's influence. Funny as fuck. See, this is before I joined the commentary community, so this is like one of the staple videos I had to watch to catch up.
Accusations surrounding Just Destiny had included filing a false copyright strike on a 13-year-old kid and filing a shady cease and desist that Keemstar leaked to the public without that kid Lieutenant Cobra's consent, along with his email address.
Fucking Lieutenant Cobra, he's in a lot of the old videos.
Keemstar had interviewed Just Destiny in the days prior and had been losing subscribers due to his own mistake.
So if he apologizes to you, that's the only way you'll release the claim?
Or talking to his parents, either or, Okay. Is that fair?
I mean, it seems really weird to me. It's like, from the outside looking in, like, it makes me have to ask this question, like, do you touch kids?
Oh my God, really?
But do you? Do you touch kids?
Let's break this part down, shall we? The accusation Keemstar made was based solely on 3 specific factors. 1. Just Destiny made questionable thumbnails. 2. Just Destiny admitted to some form of abuse in his childhood. 3. Just Destiny struck a video where a child called him a nonce. This is a slang term for pedophile. Now, if you...
Holy shit, you can tell this is one of Nick's early videos because his cadence is so different in a fucking video now. Like, it's totally different now. Holy shit. Oh, God, Nick, you talk too slow in your old videos. Bro, I gotta put you at 1.25. Holy shit.
If you think accusing him of being a pedophile is a reasonable explanation to come to from those 3 specific factors, then you're fucking stupid. We are hindering our entire argument on thumbnails of screenshots of—
There's actually a reason why I asked him that. Nobody knows who JD is. For all we know, he could be a registered sex offender. How would you know? He filed false legal documents to shut down a video of a 15-year-old kid poking fun at him, calling him a pedo. Why? Why would he do that? Does he touch kids? That is one of the most ADHD written fucking paragraphs written by Keem ever. You can just literally see the thought process working as he's typing. Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Dr. Phil's content that aired on daytime television. This is the kind of big brain thinking that we are discussing here. Abuse? Who said it was sexual? That's sure how it was interpreted, but do you have proof? And maybe the thought of being called a fucking pedophile wasn't something that Just Destiny wanted on his record, especially from a young, impressionable fan base that Keemstar commands, who would listen to anything that comes from this guy's mouth and spam the innocent man's channel. You don't have to be a pedophile to feel
And FYI, this is a time period where Tommy and Keem weren't getting along. I believe Tommy and Keem weren't getting along. Nick came into the community via SFTP through Tommy. He was on his news team, and I think and he co-hosted with him, for not co-host, but he was his producer for a while. So this was the first massive story Augie had on After Hours. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Disgusted for being named one with no evidence to back that claim up. To put this even further in perspective, and I'll try not to laugh, imagine you're a guy at tips.fbi.gov, a guy who is fucking tasked with analyzing Dr. Phil thumbnails. If you think it would be embarrassing to send to the FBI, maybe it's embarrassing to hinge your entire YouTube drama on it, which, by the way, and I can't stress this enough, is where all internet pedo accusations should go. Law enforcement and contacting the FBI so proper procedures are met is probably your best choice, and the wrong guy won't be publicly shamed.
Finally, this guy who posted this video.
Oh shit, he threw RS Glory and Gold in his face. No, Nick, no. What are you doing? Oh shit. Oh shit.
Had taken the video down and admitted that what he said wasn't true.
Remember, kids, we can all be bees.
See, I would have sat here for the next 10 years because I'm not going to let somebody run me off.
All right, I've seen this one before. Hold on.
But now that the whole thing's cleared up, and you guys know I'm a good guy, I'd like to go take a break. Wash my face, put some cold water on my face, have a cup of coffee, relax for a minute, and then I'll come back and start tweeting again, or twitching again, okay? I'm not calling him. I'm not telling him my phone number. I don't want that guy to bother me no matter what.
I don't know why Scarce is... Okay, Scarce is smiling right now. Why would Scarce be smiling? Honestly. Keem actually overworked trying to make it up to this dude. You know? He really did. Keem tried hard to make it up to this dude. You know?
I don't want his money. I don't want his apology. Because, you know, I know who and what I am. And my real friends know who and what I am. And they stuck by me. Thank you very much for everything.
This is not an isolated incident. For someone who's batting 50% already with pedophiles being exposed on his platform, you think that Keemstar would have been more careful than he was back in 20...
Oh my God, the Right Opinion, Staffo, Detective Decker. I don't know who that is.
2016. I guess the villainization, hindered reputation, and the sub-loss wasn't enough to teach Keemstar that valuable lesson. Unfortunately for Keemstar, some of his fans felt the same way, leading to a minor sub-loss, 3,000...
Charm Skull, thank you for the one gifted. Let's put that up there. So y'all are trying to make me do math, bro. All right, we are what, 73? What is it, 73? 73 out of 100. Bro, we're almost there. If we get it early enough, we might do one today. Oh, Plato says thank you for the one thank you for the gifted. Yes, Plato, thank you for being a member for a month. Appreciate it.
to be precise, and it surely couldn't have been a big deal for a channel his size, right? Well, it was, and we'll come back to that later. This is when Keemstar decided to enlist the help of a group of YouTubers known as the NCO. The group that's sole purpose of existing was to create a community where small commentators could grow without the influence of Keemstar. So obviously, adding Keemstar to this group could have some major consequences. And
yes, they were retarded. They were retarded. Because I'm going to tell you what, Keem's going to walk into a room and he is going to command that room.
I don't know, defeat the entire purpose of why this chat existed in the first place. But what do I know? What do I know? Apparently, nobody cared what I knew. Keemstar entered the group under the pretenses that we needed to gather together to make a united stand against filing false copyright strikes. That may be all well and good, but it became soon very clear that what he said here couldn't have been farther from the truth. He also had
not Turkey Tom, Nicholas DeOrio, Keemstar. I don't know who Jonathan is. I don't know who that is. Don't know who that is. I know who that is. That's the main man right there.
Us for help looking into the legality of a cease and desist issued by Just Destiny to Lieutenant Cobra. It was at that moment when the narrative had begun to shift, where Keemstar says that Just Destiny could be a pedophile. This was because of those previous reasons stated above, with the added factor that he doesn't show his face. Because apparently, he couldn't have had any other reason about wanting to stay with a low profile. A life, a family, a child, a job, literally any other reason a YouTuber would want to protect their identity, apparently makes you a suspect. Keemstar implies he's working with a source shortly after I jokingly said, if you want his docs, maybe you should contact Zoom. This is documented in my DMs with the right opinion.
Yo, man, I'm having a lot of trouble following what's going on. Is Keemstar involving a guy named Zoom? That's what Tommy said. My mind is kind of flailing. Let me try and give you some context. Keemstar has recently become friends with Zoom. I cracked a joke saying, if you want to find out if he's a pedo, go ask Zoom. After that, what he did the other day, then we got into this call and he said, I just talked to Zoom and he's getting to the bottom of it for me in Clown's Discord, so he actually did it.
And his argument's here.
Now, so wait, you told me to go reach out to Zoom, so I take your advice, and now I'm the bad guy?
The joke was based entirely on the fact that Keemstar knew Zoom doxed me less than a month before. I attempted to contact him a plethora of ways for assistance, but I was ignored on every front. He watched the Shot from the Point episodes where I talked about that, and the guilt in his voice when he was confronted on stream is deafening. Because even—
Yeah, Zoom, Nick got, doxed pretty damn hard. Yeah, like, bad. And he wasn't even in the community. He wasn't even, like, making videos or doing streams or anything like that. Not even a full year yet before he got doxed.
if you ignore context for the sake of your argument, you're still the guy who contacted Zoom. I mean, if I told you to jump off a bridge, would you do it? I didn't put a gun to your head and say, abracadabra, make Keemstar work with Zoom. You willingly made that decision, one that put you into business with a swatter.
Richmond Police Department's Division of Emergency Communication. If you have an emergency, please hang up now and dial 911.
Wait while I transfer your call.
Richmond Communications, Anthony speaking. How may I help?
I'm feeling really down about myself tonight. People keep commenting on me and telling me that I'm not really that entertaining on YouTube, and my channel's just not getting a whole lot of traffic anymore.
Do you have any weapons on you?
Yes.
What type of weapon?
Nick was mad when he made this video. Nick was mad when he made this video.
You have?
I have my right and my left fist, and I also have a sushi knife that I use to make food sometimes when I want to have some sushi on some toast. I'm really good friends with Detective Mary Gary Ford, and you think maybe you could send her over here? I want to go ahead and I want to admit that I did have everything that I lied to her about on my computer, and I can't deal with the lies anymore. I just need to come forward. What an idiot. Why the hell would I do anything illegal like swat him? You can prank call people. There's nothing wrong with that.
A doxer. He was able to dox Tonka, his grandmother, Vamp, Thomas Ellington, and Anal Vape, an alleged pedophile.
My boyfriend's a pedophile.
You knew this from the get-go.
No, I didn't.
And by the second week that we were together, you already looked through my computer.
He was everywhere back then. I've seen a lot of videos mentioning him. What's up, Dawson? What's up, Exile?
Twice, and I told you everything.
I didn't know you watched, like, child pornography.
So we're in good company, clearly. The kind of stand-up guy that a child audience of Keemstar would be looking up to. Keemstar makes it very clear, however, that he didn't work with Zoom.
I have a couple people asking specifically, was Zoom involved?
I don't think so.
Well, a claim I heard and I'm seeing in chat, is that you colluded with someone called Zoom. Is this true or not?
Oh my God! Look who's in the chat! Fucking Illuminati! Oh, this brings back. Okay, so this was back in. Yes, this was the old SFT days when Illuminati was still hanging out and around. Holy shit! Oh my God, that bitch showed up. Oh my God. This is like a family fucking reunion. What the hell?
I don't remember.
Can you go back and look in the chat?
I may have not. You know, I was working with a lot of people, but I'm not in. These are private conversations.
Oh wait, did I say didn't? I meant he did work with Zoom.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, so I have his Skype name because that's how I did a drama interview with him.
Oh, I mean, he didn't know Zoom was as bad as he is.
I didn't know that Zoom was out there swatting people. That Zoom was just finding information on people, like left and right. Like, I remember being on the kill stream as a guest, and fucking, I would like joke around and ask Zoom like what the weather's gonna be tomorrow in my area because he was spitting out facts about fucking Tonka left and right.
Oh, did I say he didn't? I mean, he knew exactly who Zoom was. Everyone does.
Find audio of me saying I know Zoom. But I did contact Zoom. Everybody that knows Zoom knows that he fucking swatted Ralph.
I think it's getting close to release everything about Keem and the NCO and show just about how far they're willing to go to attack Just Destiny because Keem lost subs after the JD interview. I'm going to lose some friends, but I beg them not to bring them in. Damn, Tommy.
Knows that he's doxed people. Like, this is fucking known.
In fact, he knew Zoom so well that you could hear how uncomfortable he was in this clip. Here, it took place less than a month prior.
Later? I can give a small hint.
And I'll link.
I had about a good 40-minute conversation this morning with an assistant district attorney in Tonka's county.
Zoom, don't you think that's going too far?
No.
Like, do we really need to put Tonka in jail? Like,
yes.
He's publicly known on the internet as a bitch. His career is done and over with. Like,
it's not enough.
Monday Matt.
But
like,
Keem, hold on,
hold on,
Keem. Keem, you need to understand he's not internet people, so it's not going to affect him.
He is taking money from
Nah,
Kelly.
I just think
money
it's
from
too
him.
far.
Fuck him.
I don't know, dude. I feel like if you come out on top and the person is completely defeated, like,
I'm not doing
why?
shit though. I'm just sitting
It's
back.
not enough, Keem, because he'll never stop. And
Like,
you're
he's
a
dead.
nice
Do you
guy.
actually? He's so dead. Like, it's done. It's over with. He's completely lost. Do you really have to dig the grave, put him in, and then bury him, and then have a funeral?
You're a really nice guy. I can understand why you think that that's fucked up. But you know what? Tonka is the kind of person that.
Oh God, Keem, no, Keem, no. Oh, no, Keem, no.
If you leave him long enough, he will find a way back. He is like a cockroach that has been nuked. He will not go away. He's got a fan of people that still follow him to this day, that still have this fucking narrative. They will not let him die.
I disagree. I don't think there's any chance he could come back. I don't.
Tried, man.
I'm going to make sure this happens, and then I'm finally going to have the last stone for the IPS gauntlet, and I will snap my fingers and I will whisper in his ear, "I hope they'll remember you, Michael Pilkington."
The amount of ridiculous backtracks and blatant lies told by Keemstar, with some being literally 2 minutes apart, is simply baffling. Going from Zoom is good at getting simple bits of information like the weather to Zoom is apparently the Encyclopedia Dramatica for finding people's sensitive personal information. Alexa, have Zoom show me Just Destiny's face. Now, Zoom was never added to this group chat with the commentators, and it's very likely that nobody there had any idea who he was, considering these are two very different communities.
Jonathan says he didn't accuse him of shit. Keemstar didn't fuck anything up. In my opinion, the question was completely reasonable. Tommy C, the only reason why we are here is because Keem fucked up the interview, lest anyone think this is really about JD or taking down.
However, I took the time to warn the group leader the right opinion with a very detailed message describing what we're dealing with here. But my worries would go ignored through the day and most of the night. It was at this point where we had realized that the cease and desist is sketchy. I physically drove to the law firm and confirmed that it looked as sketchy as it sounded. What I would find upon my return was a Google Hangout. The Google Hangout was a public room started by Keemstar and open to any NCO member, and a few people outside the group eventually joined as well via a link that was
fucking Google Hangout. What the fuck? Caught in 480p. Tonka was around a little bit after that because I found Tonka right after they got on Nick about a picture of him, like, on a date with a girl or a dinner with a girl or something like that. I found Tonka after that. That's when I found Tonka. But he's gone now. As far as I know, he's gone.
Handed out. The hangout consisted of Keemstar, Zoom, myself, Black Wolf Company, Jay Aubrey, Slacker TV,
Surge, welcome to Band World. Thank you.
And a lawyer who I have decided not to name. The reason the lawyer will not be named is due to the fact that he was enlisted to provide free legal advice and was not briefed of the situation the way the other callers had been. He literally didn't know what we were talking about until he got there, and Keemstar gave him a pretty interesting response. Listen to this audio bite of Keemstar grossly overselling an argument that nobody in their right mind was making.
So, this is I don't know if you've seen Drumler recently with this thing with Just Destiny.
I've been following it on Twitter, but that's about it.
So, long story short, there's this YouTuber whose name's Just Destiny. He's anonymous. Nobody knows who he is. He's never shown his face. He just has an avatar. He's uploaded some videos of some underage girls that were like sexualizing. And, you know, the nature of his videos was saying, these girls are too young to be dancing half naked. You know, this girl's only 11. This girl's only 14. So he didn't get too much hate for that because people seen it at face value of like, hey, look, you know, he's telling these girls to put on clothes. However, some people saw his videos and his thumbnails as like, hey, dude, you're using this as clickbait to bring in pedos and to get views from horny little boys.
Let that sink in. This was a YouTuber who made clickbait thumbnails on Dr. Phil videos. All clips were from the show that literally airs on television. Well, within minutes, shocker, Zoom was able to find a lead.
And I'm like, okay, this is weird. So I start looking into it.
Okay, I watch a lot of Kino Casino and they tell a lot of jokes on, but I haven't watched Kino Casino in a while. This was different times. And to think, Nick and Keem are actually pretty good friends now.
And I see that Sherman owns this. So I remembered at the very bottom of the thing, it says Just Destiny Michael Sherman. And I'm thinking, why is he so mad? So I look up sex offenders in New York. There's a Michael J. Sherman that's on a 10-year probation thing for sex offending for having sex with a person less than 14 years old.
No.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
What?
It can't be that stupid.
So then you start to look into, like, you know, who is, and it turns out that and is the CEO of a PBX company in Massachusetts that does telecom.
Yeah.
And then you look at, there's a PBX box that's set up to handle all the call routing for the law firm. When you look up the exchange, it goes to AES.
You know, you're a little too good at this.
So this dude set up.
And now Nick's starting to feel nervous. Well, I wouldn't say nervous because Zoom already did that to him. He had already previously doxed him.
Up like a fake law firm from like his mom or his grandma's house or maybe his wife's house, and he's running a fake law firm and threatening people with fake letters. Because none of these people, all these three here and these two here, they're not licensed to practice law in New York, and there is no law firm called Dash and Associates in New York. I looked it up.
But for Keemstar, the law firm being a sham simply isn't enough. It's almost like this isn't about exposing the law firm at all.
We need to find the identity of Just Destiny.
And the next part of the call is really telling about exactly what we're...
Marie, the reason why I look back at it and I think it's funny now, because it was a fuck up and like one of Keemstar's really good friends made this video. That's why it's funny. He has obviously since then changed. This is not the same Keemstar we're dealing with today. So...
dealing with here. The mental gymnastics are impeccable.
But this is the only Michael J. Sherman that lives in New York that's registered and has voting records, and they live at this address. And there's only one Michael J. Sherman that's a registered sex offender in New York, and it's this guy. So,
Marie, I'm also going to remind you, because I don't know how long you've been here, this video is 6 years old. Yeah, this video is 6 years old. This is when Nick and Tommy hated Keemstar. So this is like a throwback video that we're watching. This isn't new, obviously. Rum says it's weird how everything else becoming so extreme on the net helped Ethan and Keem find balance. Actually true. That's so true. That is so true. Tracy Montgomery. No, we ain't having that. We ain't having that. No.
Why would a
Isn't his face
YouTuber
out,
that's
though? Like,
being?
his face is floating around because he said that. On one of
I've
his-
never seen a face video of his.
Well, on one of the streams yesterday, he was talking to that girl, and he said, "That's my no, not a face reveal. Like someone leaked it and sent it to him."
Well,
Tommy's even said himself that he was talking shit. Tracy, come on now. Don't be one of those people that you believe everything you hear when people are just talking shit. Come on now. You can't be that slow. I know you're smarter than that.
Yeah, that's my face. That's not public. I thought.
I tend to press X to doubt on people.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, the guy that I talked to on Drumler, Just Destiny, the YouTuber, he just does not sound 35 years old. He really does not. He sounds like a kid.
People told me he was 21, 22.
Yeah. So it's hard to match that voice with that face, but fuck, I guess anything's possible, right?
Yeah, you know what I mean, this is weird, but you know what they say about people who are victims of abuse is sometimes their voice gets locked at the age where they're abused.
Well,
He was abused.
If he's sex offenders have a high likelihood of being sexual abuse victims, it's possible.
He just said abuse. He didn't say what kind of abuse. Come on now.
That something like that could happen.
You know, if we're going by his famous birthdays profile, he's only 20. I don't know how legit that is.
I mean, he doesn't even say his real name.
That's
on his
super
famous
legit.
birthdays, so I don't believe it.
Okay, hold on. I know what you're I know what you're thinking. If you think that sounds insane, you're right. And you didn't hear incorrectly. The genius intellectuals have pieced this grand facade together, and don't you dare backtalk them. It makes perfect sense. Just Destiny isn't in his early 20s, guys. He simply sounds like it. He's actually a 35-year-old pedophile who was sexually assaulted and abused by a family member at the ripe old age of 22 years old, and his vocal cords just got stuck. That's why he sounds like that. Guys, it makes perfect sense. Unfortunately, Debbie Downer Nick
Kind of retarded. It was kind of retarded. Yes, Nick, it was retarded.
DeOrio was there to set the record straight. Now, why would he react that way? He's one of the cool, calm, collected guys.
Yeah.
Maybe some people can't take criticism. Maybe he heard the word pedo in the conversation and said, I have an out, I can flag this guy down. Where he didn't have that opportunity in the other ones. And he ran with the pedo thing, so people felt bad for him and didn't get mad at him for flagging. That's my take on this whole thing.
Well, like Just Destiny got pissed?
Yeah, I think Just Destiny can't take criticism. He saw an out to get this little 15-year-old kid. He tried to scare him off with a fake letter, and that's where we are. And then he made every possible wrong decision from there on.
Nee Marie, IBS stands for Internet Blood Sports. Okay, so remember when they were talking to Ken up on Balls, and people kept saying it was a 2v1? Everybody was saying it's a 2v1, it was a 2v1. And I was like, anybody who called that a 2v1 has never seen blood sports before. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about IBS. Because that shit, hardly anybody here would be able to handle it. You know? That's why I was saying that's not blood. That wasn't a 2v1. What year was this? Pirate, this was 6 years ago.
Through. Now, it's possible that he's a pedophile.
Regardless if he's an actual pedo or not, we have him saying in an interview that he was a victim of that he was child molested. Like somebody had child molested him. I'm sorry.
Hold on. I'm going to put this coffee in the refrigerator, let my husband drink it when he gets home. I'm going to get me a tea. I'll be right back. I was going to grab a tea real quick. Ugh. I decided on the cranberry juice instead.
but there's too much to go. Dude,
there's so many red flags.
Let me tell you,
there are a lot of red flags. You're right. There are a lot of red flags. Just not about pedophilia. There are a lot of red flags like threatening a lawsuit on a minor, or abusing the copyright system, or going to a phony law firm. But at this point, in my opinion, I'm thinking Keemstar is rooting for this man to be a pedophile. So bad that he either blindly is believing what people are telling him, or he's willing to look past the glaring flaws of the arguments.
It's so weird that like this Just Destiny guy is so mad about somebody accusing him of being like a weirdo or touching kids, and when you ask him about that
sexual predator.
I mean, I would be mad too if somebody accused me of something like that. Come on now. I spilt it while I was trying to drink it. No, that doesn't get... What? Cranberry juice doesn't give me... I have bad kidneys. I have to drink cranberry juice every now and then.
He got so weird when you asked him.
That's why I'm glad you asked him that, because it put him on the spot. And I think you really have to look at the way he addressed that question to know the truth.
Do you touch kids?
Just Destiny is not Destiny. Just Destiny is a commentary. He goes by Maury now.
John, do you touch kids?
No Slacker.
Dude, I got so much shit for that. Dude, I lost almost 3,000 subscribers.
I'm really... Oh, Jesus Christ, my mic. Yeah, I'm really kind of surprised about that. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't
made
really...
me motivated. Today I made one of the greatest drum lords ever. I'm going to war with this motherfucker. Now I'm excited about fucking working again.
God, you guys make it so easy! Yeah, no, Zoom, that makes total sense. I can't imagine why anyone would have reacted that way about being called a pedophile. Well, if we didn't have intent before, we
And then years later, they would run around, well, not them, not the people in this video, but like years later, it ended up becoming a pedo arc where, I mean, you had all these young commentators running around calling everybody a pedo. It was crazy. And that's around the time I stepped into the community, and it was like everywhere you turn, you had this young 15, 16-year-old who wants to be in the commentary community making videos calling people pedos off of shit. Like off of literally shit evidence. It was crazy. It was absolutely insane.
Do now. But if we get back off this tangent, we'll find that our perfect lead disintegrates before our very eyes. Why, you ask? Because Michael Sherman, the pedophile, was in jail while all this was happening. Not because the lead made no fucking sense.
I'm gonna say Michael Sherman is in a correctional facility. He got 6 months in local jail.
Yeah, it's a bit hard to,
Thank you for the 2. Pirate says, just saw last night's rewind. Hope y'all doing okay. Yep, doing good. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Upload YouTube videos when you're in that kind of situation. So, man.
Yeah.
At this point, the law firm, the copyright strike, and the cease and desist had stopped mattering. Keemstar's motivations had become more and more obvious.
Skype resolver. I don't get it.
What the fuck? So a VPN, or would it still pop up?
No, just nothing's coming up. His username's not coming up, which was weird because I couldn't add him because I couldn't find his username. Well, I mean, I shouldn't really give out his private Skype, but I have his Skype. I have his Skype name. It literally...
Why are you trying? What the hell? Damn.
Is this name, but like when I went to go add it on Skype, the name doesn't show up. He has it like hidden somewhere.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, so I have his Skype name because that's how I did a drummer interview with him. I run his Skype name.
Oh, that was Black Wolf Company. That's who that. Okay, all right. I know one of the names now.
Through Skype resolvers, and they don't work. Nothing comes up.
What's his Skype name?
I'm gonna send it to you right now because I don't want to really share his Skype name publicly with anyone. I don't want that getting out. But I mean,
Yeah, I know.
I'll send it to you just because like I don't want to fucking betray this dude's trust. Or well, not betray this dude's trust, but you know what I mean. Like I don't. That's his private fucking number. I'm not giving that shit out.
That's understandable.
But
So I looked into
I want to try to get the
Kelsey
fucking
Gilbert.
IP attached to that.
I love BWC. When he made that last, well, not his last video, but when he made the video on the whole Ice Cube situation with Zero and technicals, he actually came out with more evidence that Zero definitely knew that it was a 15-year-old girl because she didn't tell him twice. She told him 3 or 4 times. It was damn good video. Damn good video. I love Black Wolf Company.
Which you could do with a Skype resolver, and it's not working.
Well, a lot of the Skype resolver stuff stopped working a while ago because Skype enabled supernoding to keep people from resolving IPs. So you can get the closest node now instead of just what their actual IP is, unless they're dumb enough to click an IP tracker thing.
Yeah, well, maybe I should make one of those and be like, dude, is this you in the picture? And I'll click on it.
So I'm looking up. Right, I found her on Facebook.
2 seconds. What? Daddy's fighting the evildoers. Good night.
In this clip, Keemstar outright attempts to hack Just Destiny's Skype in acts that resemble some form of vigilante justice as opposed to journalism. He then hands his personal Skype, which has, he just stated, he shouldn't leak, directly over to Zoom. Listen, motherfucker, I don't want...
Epic Brady says, is this entire show legit just watching other... Yes, I'm doing React content. That's what I do. It'll change up, but yes, that's what I do, Epic Brady. I do React content. This is what I do on my channel. Is there a problem, Epic Brady? Just saying.
You ever bitching about leaking DMs ever again when you're handing personal Skypes over to Zoom, you fucking hypocrite. And the next arc of our story takes us to the NCO, or well, whoever's awake at the NCO because we're approaching 3 o'clock in the morning. At this point, I was made well aware by the right opinion that Just Destiny's name was not Michael, and he was not Michael Sherman the pedophile. And since the trail had gone cold, Keemstar convinced the...
They got the wrong guy. They really got the wrong guy. It was the wrong guy.
Remaining NCO members who were awake to finish the job. Now, I'm clearly not going to show screenshots of how they were able to find what we think is Just Destiny's name, address, picture, and various other pieces of personal information that Keemstar and the Right Opinion have both graciously admitted that we had uncovered. However, I'm going to walk you through what had happened. Keemstar said he was going to gather his information.
All right, while we're all here, I'd like to turn your attention to the law firm that didn't understand construction without a permit. Johnson says, nice. Doxing is not illegal or wrong unless you intro to get the... I don't know what you're trying to type there, Keem. To get the information for harassment like swatting. Intend. Okay, hold on. Doxing is not illegal or wrong unless you intend to get the information for harassment like swatting. Yeah, there's other forms of harassment like sending Qurans to people's houses and calling in death threats and stuff like that. That's also harassment.
And send Just Destiny his docs. The NCO members finally snapped out of it and alerted him that it would be unwise to threaten a man with his personal information. After the group had agreed that the information they found is who they believe was Just Destiny, they continued to look through various details of his social media profiles to see that when he was 12, he said the N-word. Keemstar then promptly told the chat that he was once again going to send Just Destiny his own docs on the ground that we have deemed him a racist.
That was the greatest fuck up ever. All right? Remember, Just Destiny said the N-word at 12 years old. He said the N-word. All right? It's great.
Well, I'm not kidding. This is actually true. That's a narrative that lasted until the person we believe to be Just Destiny himself was an ethnicity that would, let's just say, allow him to use that word.
Yeah.
At this point, me and Tommy are laughing.
Just Destiny is black! He's a black guy! He used the N-word! Oh no! Oh no! No! He's a black guy that used the N-word! Oh no! Bro. God damn. They thought it was a 35-year-old white guy. Just Destiny's a black dude. They thought they were going to get his ass for saying the N-word. Like, bro, what the fuck are you? So stupid. Holy fuck. Anybody ever think about Now, should he have copyright struck the channel? No, he shouldn't have. Or the video? No, he shouldn't have. But, come on, guys.
Hysterically, and just making joke after joke after joke at Keemstar's expense, because clearly Just Destiny wasn't a pedophile, or a racist, or anything. He just copy-striked a fucking 13-year-old. Keemstar had just embarrassed himself on Drama Alert, and he asked a ridiculous question. After being shot down about sending Just Destiny's docs for a third time, literally for no reason on the last one, Keemstar finally snaps and sends this message. The dude pulled the victim card on me, and said hate to me, and everyone else that defended the kid. He's getting bullied for that. No way out.
This was Keemstar's vengeful arc. All right. Thank God he's not like that now. Now he likes to pull trolls, and that lasts for weeks. Keemstar.
Suddenly, it's not about the child. It's not about the law firm. It's not about the cease and desist. And now it's not even about pedophile accusations. It's about getting even. It's about character assassination. It's about getting even no matter what it costs and winning even if a man goes down on accusations that are absolutely not true. And that's where we enter motivation. On screen, you're seeing it now. He doesn't care about the kid. He doesn't care about the copy strikes. It's about Keemstar. It's about his channel. It's about his credibility that he will do absolutely anything and everything to protect, even if it means smearing an innocent man as a pedophile for his young, impressionable fan base to tear to shreds. And you know why Keemstar did it?
Why would you lose subs? I don't understand.
Oof. Oof. Okay, wait a minute, though. In the grand scheme of things, though, the motherfucker's got 4,745,231 subscribers. 3,000 ain't shit. In the grand scheme of things, that ain't shit. That's like somebody who has like 1,000 subs losing 3. Like, come on.
Oh my God, Just Destiny.
Okay, Tracy, you know what? You need to go away. Goodbye, Tracy. Have a great life. Okay? Have a great life. Wait, and who was 12? No, he said they found that he said the N-word when he was 12. He was actually in his 20s, but they went back and they found that he said the N-word when he was 12. He wasn't 12 at the time they were fucking with him. AMAC.
Fans are full-blown idiots. Keemstar, you are so unprofessional in your interview with Just Destiny. Why? Because I called him out for being wrong? I'm not gonna get butthurt and sensitive. So offended that he told me in the interview that he would take it down by any means possible. And now I got people hating on me like somehow I did something wrong. Every single one of you are wrong. You're all wrong. Every single one of you are wrong. If you think that I did anything wrong, I feel like I'm getting attacked by a pedo ring. I'll make 10 videos about this. I don't care. These Just Destiny fans are idiots. I have no idea what is happening to Traveler and its subscribers. Like, it makes no sense. Like, I lost 3K subs. What caused me to lose 75 subs there? It makes no sense. This doesn't make sense to me.
So Keem spurged out on Twitter. Keem completely spurged out on Twitter, as you can see. This was 6 years ago. Yeah, he was chubby. Well, AMAC, the funny part is, okay, he said the N-word when he was 12. He's black. They thought he was a okay, so they thought Just Destiny was a 35-year-old white guy, professional white guy. All right? Just Destiny was a 20-something-year-old black man on YouTube, a YouTuber. That's how they fucked it up, AMAC. That's how they fucked it up.
What? Why? What is...
And that's all the proof I needed, especially after I saw how he responded to this. Have you seen how many
All right, but you acting like 3K is some huge number. 0.06%. Keem has lost nothing, grand scheme of things. The stats on your channel show it's got you spurging out and posting 2 shows in a row. If there was no loss, you would have been sick today. Nick, I find it very strange. As soon as Tommy showed back up, he started talking shit to me when you were just kissing my ass. Real talk. The Tommy hate was real.
Contradictions come out of the final boss of the internet's mouth. He states on screen that it wasn't about the 3,000 subscribers lost, and then he states here that it literally was the reason, and he admitted it already. If you want to know why Keemstar dug up all this information, it was because he lost 3,000 subs on his social blade. That's the only reason this happened.
I literally just said that like 15 minutes ago, that I was pissed off at him.
The lie detector test determined that was a lie. He states that he didn't use any hacks.
Or do I have the right to find their old image and be like, oh, okay, that's what this guy actually looks like? I'm not hacking into his shit. I'm not doing anything but looking at public information that he posted publicly. So, you know, this whole thing where Tommy plays this big guy, and same thing with Nick, where they play this fucking big guy like, you know what, we have dirt on Keemstar. No, you don't. I doxed him. What are you gonna do about it?
But clearly he did, while sending his personal Skype to fucking Zoom.
I run his Skype name through Skype resolvers and they don't work. Nothing comes up.
What's his Skype name?
I'm glad Tommy's back too. This was all because Keem got pissed off because he got, like, I don't know, he didn't really get canceled, but he kind of got canceled for asking Just Destiny what he did. You know, like, do you touch kids? By asking him that, like, out of the fucking blue in that interview. It was vengeance.
I'm going to send it to you right now.
The lie detector test determined that was a lie. He says he never heard about my motivation. And what did I tell you every time we've ever talked? I don't care if I have a future on this platform. I don't want
You've
to
never
be a
actually
big
said that to
YouTuber.
me. You've never actually said that to me.
Oh, Nick. Oh, Nick. That didn't age very well, Nick. That didn't age very well, Nick. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Lie detector test determined that was a lie. He says he never heard about my motivation. And what did I tell you every time we've ever talked? I don't care if I have a future on this platform. I don't want
You've
to
never
be a
actually
big
said that to
YouTuber.
me. You've never actually said that to me.
I love it when Nick goes to make a point in a stream or in his videos and he gets real close to his microphone like this to make his point. I love it. Yeah, this was back before Nick wanted to do this money. Hell yeah.
Hey,
I
you're just
don't want
lying. What have I told you every time?
But he clearly did.
And what I told you was 100% truth. If you don't think Tommy C's on a sinking ship, then you don't understand reality.
You don't understand. I'm not doing this to be famous or doing this for money. I'm just having fun, bro.
Oh, well, how much fun is it to fucking be
I had a
associated
good
with
time
Tommy?
on that show.
Yeah, well, didn't seem like you were having too much of a good time. Oh, Tonka's a great guy. He's going to destroy Andy Worski. Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, I thought he was going to. I was wrong. And the lie detector test determined that was a lie. He said he didn't know who Zoom was.
I didn't know that Zoom was out there swatting
did.
people.
You absolutely did. But he clearly did. But you knew who he was when you were on the kill stream about a month before Just Destiny. When the Tonka stuff went down, you were in a conversation with Zoom talking about how you knew him prior because he was involved with Lizard Squad.
I did contact Zoom. Everybody that knows Zoom knows that he fucking swatted Ralph, knows that he's doxed people. Like, this is...
But you said, what'd you say earlier, though? Oh, God, Keem, I'm so glad you're a different person now. I'm so fucking glad you're a different person now. Holy shit. Holy shit. Listen, Nick's one of those, literally. He called me. He was working on his one of his Mama Max videos. It was during the great Mama Max takedown in 2024. And he called me out of the blue. And I answered the Discord and I was like, what'd I do? Am I in trouble? What the fuck did I do? You don't call me. What's going on? What'd I do? He was like, no, I want you to see a piece of this video. I said, okay. He's one of those, you don't want to get in an argument with him. He should have been a lawyer. Nick should have been a lawyer.
Fucking no.
The lie detector test determined that was a lie. And I'll save the best one for last. If he's already lied about all these things, why trust anything the man has to say now? Certainly a trustworthy man is the kind of guy that makes things not news or not newsworthy when it's not a convenient situation to platform or the person associated is not his friend. Well, an innocent man wouldn't block most of the NCO.
And now they're really, really, really good friends. Like, they are really good friends. I know he would help Nick out if Nick needed it, and I know Nick would help Keemstar out if he needed it.
block the entire cast of RFC After Hours, block casual stream fans of RFC After Hours, or butter up to me in the DMs. If I was innocent, I would have done those things too. Next up is The Right Opinion. Leader of the NCO, what are his motives to allow this entire event to transpire? Well, he wanted Keemstar in this chat because he would take down...
I love The Right Opinion videos, although sometimes he makes these long-ass videos it takes me days to go through because they're like 6 hours long. But I love me some Right Opinion videos. I love Tro. Tro is so good. No, Nicholas DeOrio, Buffweeb. This is commentary stuff. This is commentary community stuff. Nicole says, I've seen very few people get the better of Nick. Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%, Nicole. Well, because here's the thing about what Nick does. Nick's not going to get in an argument with you. He's going to be prepared. If he knows that it's going to be an argument, he's going to be prepared for it. He's going to have his ducks in a row.
Just Destiny. And as it says here, he thinks that taking down Just Destiny is the most important factor here, placed before what I would assume are ethics and morals. It is impossible to clear The Right Opinion of all blame because he was warned. Take these DMs, for example. There's also a video message that Tommy C had sent him that's pretty damning by its own merit.
I want you to think about something. If he puts all you fuckers on a pedo hunt, and it turns out he's not a pedo, he's going to take the whole NCO down with him. He asked you guys to do a gay op on a guy that we don't know if he's guilty or not. The guy he's enlisted is famous for making false pedo allegations. This is a bad fucking move, and it could affect every single commentator in there.
And this is why Tommy was the drunk uncle of the commentary community. You know why? Because Tommy was the one that he will get on Twitter, or he will send a voice message, or he will send a video like this and go, listen, get your shit together. This is why you shouldn't do it, because what happens if X, Y, and Z happens? This is why he's the drunk uncle of the commentary community. Right there. This shit right here is why they call him that. He was like everybody's uncle. He was the one that'll give you advice. He's the one that make you think about things before you do it. All right, now, if you're going to do that, you need to think of this. What if this happens? What if this happens? That's why he's the uncle. And to the person who asked, what's the big deal about Tommy? It's that trait of his, I think, is the big deal about Tommy. Honestly. I think that trait of his is very commendable and is needed. I really do. I believe it's needed. Run for breakfast. LOL. Keem lost the weight. Tommy found it. True. That is very true.
This is not, I gotta be honest with you. This Just Destiny thing, it has more to do with their communities not being connected. That's what it is. That's all it is. This really could blow up in everybody's face, especially if we commit to going after this guy's. I mean, the whole thing rests on whether he's a pedo or not. What a fucking coin flip. This is a bad idea. And I cannot stand by it. If it comes out that you guys were all fucking gay opping this guy, he goes, I will absolutely disavow it. I'm just telling you, this could blow up in your face and you built something great. It's gonna be taken down by this prick, and he's gonna walk away and be fine. Look,
Tommy wasn't wrong. Because guess what? Shortly after, there was no NCO left, and Keemstar walked away and was fine. That's exactly what happened. There's a famous 2 words in the commentary community. Oh no, famous 3 words in the commentary community. Tommy was right. This was one of them.
100% agree that videos have to be made. There has to be some pushback. There has to be there has to be some kind of pushback and stuff like that. But not this pedo shit. You want to get him on the copyright strike thing? Yeah, great. It's worth trying, right? I understand the lack of consequence, but the fact is, now we're bringing in a bad actor in a situation. A guy that's willing to do anything, and he doesn't give a fuck about Just Destiny, and he doesn't give a fuck about copyright strikes. What he cares about is his channel bleeding, his reputation, and now Clown's gonna go and try to bail him out. That's my promise. We built this as an alternative to him. And he is the one that's going to take it apart. He's the one that's going to spoil our reputations. We had all to sit there and say, maybe he's a pedo. He's going to fuck everything up. He's going to fuck absolutely everything up. And that's what...
And they fucked everything up. They fucked everything up. It did.
I'm concerned about. And God, let me tell you something. Just Destiny's a piece of shit. But if he gets smeared as a pedo and he's not one, holy shit. Holy shit, we did something horrible. And that's what's got to be thought about. And he's willing to do it. He's willing to stand by a guy. He stood by a guy that said, I piss in kids' mouths. What do you think? He can throw us aside like it's nothing. Find out. Find out why I called him on Catch 33. I called him evil. You're going to find out if he keeps around. You're going to find out the hard way. The guy you're talking about is a guy named Zoom. He first came to my attention because he,
Damn, is this whole section Tommy? Tommy's a talker, as you can tell.
He actually he apparently, although it was a joke, played child porn for his girlfriend. Got exposed.
That is true, Songbird. Sometimes it takes years, but Tommy is usually right. Yeah, Tommy was right about Mama Max 2 years prior. 2 years prior when Mama Max came after him. He was right about that, but he was like ahead of his time. He was definitely ahead of his time with Mama Max.
By his girlfriend. He since went on and accused all sorts of people. If you really want to get to the bottom of it, Nick's got his whole background. He's a former Lizard Squad guy. He's connected with white supremacists in the alt-right, and he frequently doxes people live on the Ralph Ray tour. And doxes the fucking DeOrio as well. That's what we're dealing with. That's who we're enlisted. That's who we're getting in fucking bed with. And it pisses me off. Zoom is the guy. He's a Lizard Squad guy, connected to the alt-right. Reads out doxes on the Ralph Ray tour as early as like last week. All sorts of false. Talk to Nick. He knows all the history. I have nothing to do with this guy, so I'm like, I gotta go to bed. All right. Nick told me when you guys were talking, Nick said, why don't you get Zoom as a joke? And he's like, I'll get him right on it. That's what was mentioned when I was live and you guys were in some kind of meeting. That's who Zoom is, all right? When that guy gets involved, we got a problem.
Yeah, he's nasty. That dude's, oof. Zoom was no joke.
This is all about fucking saving Keem. It has nothing to do with this. Nothing. You know, I understand how important, getting this guy is and making him pay. Don't think that's
Christy?
lost on me. I do think it's important. But I think the NCO is more important, and I think keeping distance from him is more important.
I don't want Just Destiny to win this one, even if Keem's a nut. Keem's gonna release another video tonight, and I don't want it to sink.
Oh, Tro, no! No! Come the fuck on. The reason for the NCO was to get away from him. I agree, but if it's just for discussion about Destiny thing, then it might be positive. I'll see if we can get the agreement on his departure. He has an angle. Let him own his mistake for once. He's digging for a way out. This is a guy that said publicly, I don't pay my child support, that I let my kid choke. He was being sarcastic. I don't want Just Destiny to win this, even if Keem's a nut. Keem's gonna release another video tonight, and I don't want it to sink. God damn it, Tro.
Jesus. Then there are the DMs of me explaining what essentially was play-by-play of what was happening in the Google Hangout that now confirms Keemstar is working with Zoom. There's no excuse on why Keemstar wasn't removed right away, there and then. This had clearly gone off the rails, and removal would have been the only viable solution, especially knowing that we basically had everything we needed to make a functioning narrative on Just Destiny right there and then. Instead, this ridiculous charade is allowed to continue that gets Just Destiny's personal information dug up. However, the right opinion has owned up to this and apologized. In my personal opinion, I believe it should be up to Just Destiny on whether this apology should be accepted.
So he asked if it was a mistake on your end to...
Oh my God, Mystic. Okay, fun fact. This lady right here, Mystic, my old podcast that I ran with Mitch's girlfriend, it was originally me, Mystic, and Eva. She was on the broadcast with me. Wow, this is like a fucking family reunion, bro.
Keem in the chat in the first place, and if you blame yourself for this to an extent as leader of the NCO.
Yeah, I was definitely a fucking mistake, and I kind of just didn't perceive it as a big threat at the time, because it was basically we had him in before he was.
You can see Keem right here going, Tro is acting so dumb. This is embarrassing.
He was a shitlord. He tried to kick everyone. We thought it's probably gonna be like that again, and it didn't resolve itself, and it got to the stage where I got to that mental dilemma.
First player.
Where I was like, well, we could just kick him now, and I did actually speak to someone in the call, and I say if he tries to do anything with with information he obtains, I think you should kick him. But at the same time,
Keem is spurging out in the chat. He's going, ha 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 ha. Tro has lost his mind.
he was in a call with a known dangerous doxer. As far as I'm concerned, if everyone just kicks him out of the group chat.
RG Gamer is probably because this is like commentary community shit. This is commentary community lore. This was before I even joined the community. This was years before I joined the community.
What's to stop him from still existing in the hangout? Well, they're chasing this stupid guy called Michael. He might not be stupid actually, but that's besides the point. Yeah. What happens? And I was hoping it would just play out. It didn't just play out. And they got his name. And with that said, from what I understand, if I recall correctly, people did talk him out of using it, and no one in the chat advocated him.
Keem is straight trolling that chat. Oh my god, he never fucking changes, bro. That part never changes. He'll always troll a chat. Always. Keem will always troll a chat.
To use it against Just Destiny, because that would have been profoundly fucked up. There are other issues that we can address before that. But yes, I do take responsibility for not just saying no, because I just thought I always thought about it like we've been doing this for every year. The chat itself, nothing's really ever happened. What's gonna occur? And it just spiraled out of control. And I, as the owner of the chat, failed to deal with it quickly enough, and that was my failure. I just never dealt with a situation like that before, and it was just a learning experience for me. And as soon as it happened, I realized I couldn't make that same mistake again.
Okay. All right. Tro's killing me the way he's talking about it. I'm sorry. I gotta skip forward because he's killing me. All right.
My failure. It was my fucking failure.
In my opinion, Tro was focused on the fact that this kid was being attacked, and Just Destiny was abusing the copyright system. It allowed him to be blinded, a lapse in judgment, if you will. In this specific scenario, you can claim that you didn't know Zoom.
Everybody makes that mistake. That's called tunnel vision. Everybody makes that mistake. You get so pissed off about a situation, you get tunnel vision, and you don't think straight. And that's exactly what happened with Tro. That's exactly what happened with Tro. He got pissed off about the situation with the copyright strike, and he got tunnel vision. Mono, I'm done catching up. What I got from the whole drama was nerds got Ken fired. Jesus, Mono. I disavow. I 100% disavow you. I should hide you from this chat. I should click on the little 3 dots and go hide user. You're lucky. You're lucky you're my grandson. So lucky.
Claim that he wasn't 100% associated until we had concrete evidence in the Google Hangout. However, he is aware who Keemstar is. You can't ignore the fact that he let Keemstar in the group in the first place. Commentary 101 is knowing Keemstar will go to any length to prove a point, regardless of the cost, or apparently, the truth. Finally, the NCO's motivation, particularly Black Wolf Company, John Swan, Jay Aubrey, Slacker TV, Connor Howe, and anyone else who was awake for this shit show. Well, the only thing the guys in the voice chat were guilty of was agreeing on a few stupid points and the occasional joke being cracked. Nothing malicious happened in there. The guys involved with the doxing were either trying to impress Keemstar, or more likely, as I'd like to believe, were just falling for the narrative and manipulated into thinking that we had any evidence that even remotely pointed to Just Destiny being a pedophile. I don't think there was malicious intent or any bloodthirsty doxing by the NCO. This was evident by the reaction Keemstar was met with when he loses his mind and declares he will DM Just Destiny his dox. Because at that moment, this no longer becomes research, this is offense. And at that point, he lost everyone, and people started to realize the true intentions of this event. As far as I know, nobody in the NCO has leaked this dox from the group, and it hasn't been spoken about since. Well,
Poke Gaga, wait, so I fired Ken? Damn, my bad. Yes, Poke Gaga, it was you. It was you. That's it. It was Poke Gaga, everybody. He went and he cut Keem's lawn, and he was like, I'm pulling the trigger. It was Poke Gaga.
until now. As for their motivation, I'd like to think they were just guilty of falling for a layer of manipulation. There could be a social climbing aspect to it too, but I'm not going to just pin that on them. While I don't think that doxing was malicious, I am surprised to see that nobody came forward. Even when I decided it had been time to come forward, it was very telling to see people who were involved laying into me. I had been, and was still being, harassed by Zoom for over a month when this all went down. My family was in danger. What was everybody else's excuse? Which leads to my conclusion. I'm sorry this video didn't come out sooner. Keemstar had once again proven he is incapable of holding a position of power. If he feels you wronged him, he will smear you with any accusation that could take your credibility down. Hack your Skype, maybe take down a career with an army of YouTubers who think they're fighting the good fight. He sits—
Nick was mad in this video. Holy fuck. Nick was angry at Keem.
Here and proclaims that doxing is only illegal if he had the intent to harass. And he literally states he intended to harass Just Destiny.
I dox Destiny. Doxing is bad if someone has the intent to harass.
Yeah, but you said you had the intent to harass Just Destiny, so wouldn't that make your dox illegal?
I said that I wanted to harass him, but
That's
like,
He never said he never
That's
said
intent. That's the same as that means intent. G.
Oh, whatever. I got some guilty.
But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if the dox wasn't spread. It wasn't, right? Then it's just research. Well, why do I have YouTubers coming to me saying they know Just Destiny's supposed ethnicity? Uh-oh. I traced this leak back to a YouTuber named Pugnant, who told me he was alerted in a voice chat with Black Wolf Company, Boblax, and Lieutenant Cobra. Boblax tells me he thought it was common knowledge. This blew my mind. I initially blamed Black Wolf Company, thinking he was bragging about it, which I do now apologize for.
Wait, how did you hear about JD ethnicity? I'm not sure who said it, where I heard it, but it could have been on Twitter. But I do recall being a VC with Boblax, Cobra, and BWC, and it could have been either of them, to be honest. Out of curiosity, what is the ethnicity? Because I just asked Augie, and he has no clue. Augie wasn't there. To my knowledge, he's black. I think I'm correct, and I like almost all of the PF those guys. And I'm disappointed in the people involved.
As it turns out, the genius himself, Keemstar, entrusted the sensitive dox of an innocent man to a child, a kid who fucking hates him. No, I'm not joking. We don't even know who else got this information leaked. So Keemstar, you published the dox. You attempted to hack a fucking IP address through Skype. You worked with a swatter. You manipulated creators. You lied about motives. You made 10 fucking Twitter videos, all because you lost 3,000 subscribers. And while he told us he didn't give a shit about that. Jesus, that's pretty fucked up. Man, Just Destiny, don't you think that's kind of fucked up?
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
Oh, he got Just Destiny on the video? What?
Dude, you're making this so fun. I'm having a good time. It's funny, you usually leave when you're looking like an idiot. I'm amazed that you've stayed here so long.
I don't look like an idiot, Nick. It's actually the other way around.
Keem, you haven't said anything. And I've disproved majority of the things you said. If you go back, let me see, 60 minutes from now, you'd find where you said that you didn't go into a call with Zoom. Then you'd find in 20 minutes later where you don't remember you went into a call with Zoom. And then you go a little further up and you say, I can't talk about that because that was a private conversation. You've contradicted yourself so many times from—
Do yourself a favor, never get in an argument with Nicholas DeOrio. And if you do get in an argument with Nicholas DeOrio, you better believe everything you say and you better have receipts for everything that you're fucking saying. Because the one thing about him, he gets in a discussion with you and you can prove to him the reason why you believe what you believe. And it's common sense. It's not like stupid conspiracy shit. He'll concede on shit. He doesn't have a problem conceding on shit. And that's the great thing about him. You can go into an argument with him, and if you can prove your point, he'll concede. But you better have your ducks in a row with that motherfucker, because he'll start pulling shit you said 20 minutes ago. He don't give a fuck. Nah, motherfucker, you just said this, this, and this. Now you're saying this, this, and this. He's a quick one. You can't get over on him.
I shouldn't be forced to talk about my private conversation.
No, you shouldn't, but you chose to. No, you shouldn't, but you chose to. You talked about it. Whoa, Kimosabi. Dead air.
Yeah. I'm just kind of like.
Oh, you're still here? I thought you left.
No, I'm just trying to think of like.
Yeah, you need a second, don't you?
I'm just trying to think like, at the end of the day, this is just going to result in literally nobody wanting to talk to you.
Okay. And what did I tell you every time we've ever talked?
I'm so glad Nick edits much better than this now. His editing completely different now. Holy shit.
I don't care if I have a future on this platform. I don't want to be a big YouTuber.
You've never actually said that to me. What are you saying?
I
You're
don't
just
want
lying. What have I told you every time?
I went on an interview yesterday. I don't care. I like seeing the numbers go up. It's not my job of choice. It's not my future. I really like the guys I met.
Well, that kind of changed. Mr. I hold 3,000 on a slow day when you do live streams. And when it's popping, you'll have like 11,000 watching you. When it's like really popping drama. Come on now. Come on now.
I've talked to every YouTuber I've ever enjoyed, including yourself. So I've pretty much seen it all. And if everybody hates me tomorrow and everybody takes your side because you're such a likable person and you've talked a lot of shit, then so be it. I've had my fun. I've done my job, and you know what? I could die happy knowing that I
That's fine and all. That's fine and all. But why do you guys act like you're going to fucking like ruin me? I just don't get it. What I did was kind of fucked up. Just like I said, you asked me.
I hate Just Destiny, but not the extent when he deserves to be doxxed. Poor shit. Sarah, thank you for the 5 gifted. Hell yeah. Let's put that up there. 78. Oh my God. We only need 20. Okay, I don't know why I was trying to change it there. We only need... Oh, wait. 8. Why'd I hit 5? Okay, there we go. Shit. 22? We only need 22. We only need 22 more, and we're going to be doing... wings next. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, God, you're so boring.
You weren't trying to harass him? What did I tell you? I wanted to. I did want to. I was fucking mad at this little piece of shit.
That's how I feel when I get up out of bed. I got money on my mind, pretty women on my head.
Okay. With your obnoxious damn outro. Jesus Christ. Okay, so that was the video. That was the video. Lord have mercy. That was a trip down memory lane. If we end up starting wings today, I can send you some more vids for Monday. Actually, there was a lot of vids there. And honestly, you gave me 2 of the best ones. If it was you that gave them to me. Was that you that gave them to me? Rum? The only reason why I'm saying Rum... Oh, okay, then it was you. Yeah, no, I think you gave me the 2 best ones, to be honest. Because I want documentary style. I don't want clip channel style. I really don't want clip channel style. I like watching, you know, I like reacting to like documentaries where they have receipts and all this other shit. So... Wait, what? I gotta change the... God damn it. I already changed it. Yeah, Sarah was the last one that gave 5, and I changed it. Yeah, I already did it. Oh, I gotta change it on this one. Shit, you're right. Damn it. Hold on. 78. 78. Okay, 78. Remember 78. 78, 78, 78. Shit. Thank you, Harley Quinn. I forgot. I switched scenes. My bad. I totally forgot I switched scenes. Nope, we're at 78. We're not at 40. It's because I switched scenes and I didn't update the one scene because I wasn't on there. Hell yeah, now it's better. Yeah, so we only need 22 more and then we'll get into wings. And then I gotta come up with a goal for Boogie. I might do a monetary goal for Boogie. And I don't know what video I would want to do on Boogie. Because Mike Clum's video, I've already seen it 5,000 times. There's got to be another one out there, though. I think Turkey Tom did one on Boogie. No, he was going to do one on Boogie. I don't know if he actually did it. Oh, God. There you go. Yeah, there is a lot on Boogie. There is. Let's see. How long have we been live? Hour and a half. Hour and a half's not bad. Caleb's financial audit of Boogie. Actually, that's actually, honestly, the financial audit of Boogie is actually pretty fucking funny. We could watch that. Do y'all want to watch that? Do y'all want to react to that? Because it is kind of fun. Listen, I listened to it on the way to driving to Keemstar's house, right? Me and my husband were listening to it, and I was like, oh, shit. All right. I'll tell you what. I'm going to put it in a poll. I'll sit here and talk to y'all. Can you switch with me? Take my cranberry juice and give me a Mountain Dew? All right, there you go. Yes or no? Wait, is that my shirt? Oh, hold on, guys, because I don't want to dox myself. Oh my God. Hold on. Hold on. Oh my God, it came in. It came in. It came in. Damn, I said extra large. Holy shit, that's huge. Did they give me a double X? What the fuck? I know I put extra large. Hold on. No, it's extra large. God damn. That's big as fuck. Anyway. I got my Xylee Elizabeth t-shirt. Let's go. Hell yeah. Poke Gaga with the 20 gifted memberships. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay, hold on. 20, 98. Bro. We only need 2 more. We only need 2 more. 2. That's it. 2. We're going to hit this goal today? Thank you, Poke Gaga. That was amazing. You saved 20 souls. I appreciate it. Thank you. That was awesome. That was awesome. Thank you. All right, what'd y'all say in the poll? Oh, Octagleam with the 1. We only need 1 more gifted. We only need 1 more. Let's fucking go. We're at 99 out of 100. And there it is. Rum for breakfast. Gave it the 100. There we go. Boom. We get to do a rise and fall. Octaline with another 1. Thank you. You know what? Because we're overachievers here, I'm going to put 101 out of 100. Because we are overachievers. Let's fucking go. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, what'd y'all say to the boogie? Now, Punkosaurus, thank you for the 1. I appreciate it. Okay, is it going to show me the poll? I just ended the poll. I know y'all said yes. Where's the poll? Okay, there it is. Okay, now I'm going to let y'all vote on this. All right. Which one? Boogie Financial. If I spelled it wrong, don't you dare judge me. Audit. Now, just know this. We can do what we can do is the Boogie Financial Audit now. And then Monday and Tuesday, we can do wings and wings. All right, just to let you know. We can do wings and wings Monday and Tuesday. We can do the Boogie Financial Audit now, just to let you know. All right, I'm starting the poll. Which one do y'all want? Because quite honestly, and I'm going to put 102 up here because y'all were fucking amazing. Let's put this to 102. Here we go. I'm going to let y'all figure out which one you want to do. If you pick the financial audit, we can do the financial audit one today. And then Monday, Tuesday, we can do wings. Just FYI. The Boogie one is funny as fuck. LOL, I was originally feeling wings, but today's vibes, I'm feeling Boogie. Yeah, because I want to laugh. How many votes we got so far? All right, I'll end the poll once I get to 100 votes. There's 376 of you in here. We only have 82 votes. If I can get 100 votes, I'll end the poll. That's what I'm thinking, Rum, but I'm trying to give people the voice to say which one they want because I did say, you know, I wasn't thinking about the audit one then, so. Well, vote, vote, vote. All right, we're at 93. I only need 7 more votes. A straw hat, guys, like Booger W. All right, let me go ahead and pull that up. Boogie 2988 financial audit. So fucking funny. Holy shit, and that was a year ago. God damn, this video is almost 2 hours long. But it's okay. With these motherfuckers, I can go at 1.5. All right, we at 100 yet? We're at 100 yet? Yes, 111 votes. And in the poll. All right, Boogie Financial Audit it is. Listen, I just want to say, you know, I appreciate the support that y'all been given with like the memberships and stuff like that. You know, because I don't have a co-host, so it's kind of hard. And you know how it is in this universe. We gotta, you know, meet certain criterias and stuff. And it's kind of a struggle, especially with the kind of content I do. I don't do, and not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not bitching about other channels, but it's kind of hard for me to do when I'm so content driven, as in like reaction to videos and stuff like that. I don't do the pie in the faces and stuff. So I appreciate, what I'm basically trying to say is I appreciate the support that y'all have given this channel so far. It has been amazing. And I truly appreciate y'all because I love doing this. I do want to co-host. I'm so used to doing it by myself anyway, but I do want to co-host. Hoping to find a co-host, but you know, it's I'm kind of at a disadvantage for not having one. So I appreciate y'all. So, and my husband brought me a Diet Mountain Dew, so we are not getting divorced today. If you could pick any in the universe co-host, regardless of time availability, who would you pick to be your co-host here? Right now, out of the active hosts, It would be either Rastoff or Steak. Or Zay. Rastoff, Steak, or Zay. Rastoff, Steak, or Zay. Sarah says, you're doing great, Xylee. Reapers is one of my favorite LCU shows. It's a refreshing break from all the constant LCU drama. Yeah, that's the thing. I want to talk about other drama. I have to talk about LCU shit on Rewind, you know? And then I have to watch it all goddamn day. I want a break. And that's what I'm hoping to bring y'all. I'm hoping to bring y'all a break. And with these goals of like the rise and fall of Keemstar, the rise and fall of Wings, you know, for the people who don't know their backgrounds and stuff like that, you learn a little bit more about them because because what they did in their past shaped them with who they are today. Like the last 3 days that we've been watching Keemstar stuff, Keemstar is not the same person. And I constantly saying that Brantley literally got the best version of Keem to date because he's learned so much by being the shithead that he was, you know? It's just, I just love watching drama. I can't help it. Ethan Hassan drama, be nice too. Okay, I'm going to be honest. That Ethan and Hassan drama is so embedded and deep that quite honestly, I am so far behind it, there's no way I could catch up. There's no way I could catch up at this point. Yes, Rum, facts. We all used to hate Keem, but he's accidentally become good guy Keem. He has become good guy Keem. And I'm going to be honest, I feel blessed that I can call him a friend. I really do. I feel blessed that I can call him a friend. And I do call him a friend. You know, and I used to hate that motherfucker. I used to hate him. But no, I definitely see him as a friend. And I love me some Brantley. That's my baby girl right there. Charm Skull, thank you for being a member for 4 months. If you could pick someone from the community, non-host, to host with you, who would you pick? I wanted Chris the Narc. I've been trying, I'll go ahead and say it publicly. I was trying to get Chris the Narc to come on the show with me. 100%. I was trying to get Chris the Narc. Because me and Chris, woo! You think I'm in drama now in this universe? That drama would have went 10 times fold with Chris. But we would have had fun doing it. We would have had fun doing it. Yeah, so I did. I tried to get Chris, but I don't think Chris is going to do it. Exile, I'm not taking your steak. Wait, Exile, did you get the, did you get it? Did you win it, Exile? Yeah, he's doing, actually, Deal. Chris the Narc does his own thing on his channel, and he does really well. He's taking down the art commentary community one person at a time. So. Oh, he didn't win? Who won last night? Answer who won last night, so and then we'll get started on the Boogie thing. I like Dad too. I really had fun on Reapers with Dad. Oh, no one did? Okay. Yeah, I wish Dad could have just stayed on Reapers with me, but I mean, you know. No thank you. I did like Creepshow Art at one point, and then I realized how she was, because she was a virtue signaling hag, and she would go to the commentary community, she would go up on Augie streams and be a little edgy and be, I don't give a fuck, but then she would go to beauty drama community live streams and she would virtue signal over there. And I noticed it because I was a mod in some of those live streams that Creepshow Art would go to, and I would see her saying one thing in a super chat and then going over to Augie streams and saying something completely different. And I'm like, okay, bitch, I got your game. You love bomb. I got your game, girl. I got your game. Yeah, Creepshow Art was a fake piece of shit. Yeah, Pecan, I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of heard the same, about that. Okay, put a 1 in the chat if you're ready to get started. And then after this, I'm going to get out of here, but this thing's almost 2 hours long, so. Yeah, very true, apathetic. I agree. All right. First of all, look at Boogie. He's lost so much weight since this video. Holy shit. All right, so I'm going to let y'all know now. I'm putting this at 1.5. We're going to cut these on.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie290 coming at you live. Let's get into the power of the internet. I'm an old school YouTuber that was like one of the first to the market, going back all the way to 2006 is when I started my YouTube channel.
Where are you based out of these days?
I'm living in Fayetteville, Arkansas, which is where I've been for 25 years.
So it makes like, so you didn't do the standard like, oh, things are starting to work.
Who purposely moves to Arkansas, bro? I'm just asking. Okay, look, I'm going to be honest. I love financial audit. I can't help it. I love financial audit. That is my escape. It's one of my escape channels that I watch when I'm just so sick of watching LCU stuff and I don't really want to watch drama in a sense. I go to financial audit or this other channel that I go to. I love this shit.
YouTube, let's move to LA. Or I know that was a huge thing a few years ago.
I was really tempted to, but as I said back at the time, I was LA poor, Arkansas rich. Now that's changed a lot because Northwest Arkansas has the University of Arkansas, go Razorbacks. We have the home offices of Walmart. And Walmart did this really smart thing where they told every business, if you want to sell at Walmart, you have to open an office in Northwest Arkansas. So there's like 2,000 offices, small businesses built. We're the home of Tyson Foods. So if you're eating chicken in America, you're probably sending that money back home to us. And we're the home of JB Hunt, one of the largest trucking companies. And because all of those companies are there, including the Razorback games and all of this other stuff, you have the Walmart children, the children's of Sam Walton spending money on the area. It's become a really expensive area to live in, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, that's the home of all that. But sadly, to be blunt, you're kind of the home of, I think, what every YouTuber fears, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The decline. I think you went from, if I'm not mistaken, millionaire, correct? A technical millionaire.
I was close. I was really, really close. At one point, I had...
It's very entertaining, Sarah. But the drama with the financial audit is different. It's not like internet drama, you know? They make me feel better about myself.
And I mean, like for 2 days, when I say close. For 2 days, I had about $780,000, $800,000 in crypto. Went to bed one night, and it was worth half that when I woke up.
What were you in?
So here's my biggest regret. I originally invested in Ethereum, and this was based on a few friends becoming Ethereum millionaires. And I had like an initial investment of about $200,000. I put it in, and then it fell for the first time.
Yeah.
Like 200,000 went down to like 80. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I don't really need the money right now. I'm making money. I can live off of that.
How much are you making?
10 to 15,000, I think.
A month?
Yeah, in a month, right?
Incredible, yeah.
Wish I could make 10 to 15,000 a month. Holy fuck. That would be nice.
Yeah, it was incredible. I mean, incredible wealth. More than you could ever hope to spend.
Boogie was different. This was, how long ago was this? Hold on. Let's see. When was this? This was December 11th of 2023. So it's about to be 2 years ago. It's about to be 2 years ago.
Right? Yeah. And eventually that crypto went up to past my investment point. Got close. If I held on to my Ethereum right now, if I'd never needed to dip into it and I had not gambled on stupid altcoins, I'd probably have about 1.5 million in Ethereum right now.
Even still, like, I don't even, okay, what year was that? What year was that?
The initial investment happened in 2019. Yeah.
Okay, how much did you put into Ethereum?
200,000.
200,000 in 2018.
The initial investment was in 2018. Okay. And then the first market crash.
2018. Let's say you put it at the beginning. S&P 500 was worth 271. Now it's worth 458. It would have almost doubled. Almost doubled.
If I put it in like traditional stocks or traditional...
Just the S&P 500 just following the market in general. Yep. Was there not a single person surrounding you? Was there not a single person just in your YouTube circle, in the family circle, who's like, dude,
I had the
you're
opposite.
making money.
I had the opposite. I had people telling me, you should invest in crypto. Everybody I knew was
everyone you knew.
All of my YouTuber friends, McJuggernuggets, Get Behind the Camera, all these people.
Okay.
Like, look, I've made millions from.
He threw McJuggernuggets and Get Behind the Camera under the bus. RG Gamer, listen, I came in this universe not knowing that much about Boogie. Listen, they wanted to watch it, so.
Crypto. I made millions from crypto. Nobody was telling me that it was too late in the game. Nobody was telling me that I bought Ethereum at $30 and now you're gonna buy it at $280.
It wasn't even too late in the game. It's just like crypto's a gamble.
Yeah,
it's a straight up a gamble. It's like, I hardly consider it an investment versus like traditional. Okay. So
I mean, not to make any excuses.
Wait, somebody did a deep dive on really? Let me write that down. I didn't know that. Really? Hold on, let me write that down. See my Lego pin that I got from the Lego store? You want to see something cool? Look. They attach. Ah! Isn't that awesome? All right. Hammer. Yeah, I didn't know that somebody did a deep dive on them. Huh.
But keep in mind, I didn't come from money. I'm the son of a coal miner, right? And so no one in my life was ever trying to teach me what to do with money or how to do it with money. So somebody comes along and they're like, look, I took my initial million and I turned it into 20 million. Yeah. You should do that too.
I feel like with YouTubers and like people in sports, a lot of them are really bad with their money because it's like easy money. In a sense, it's easy money. I mean, content creation isn't as easy as what people think, but it's still easy money, like as in you're not going out there and getting dirty every day for your job. You know, you're not a mechanic, you're not a plumber, you're not a bricklayer. You know, and I feel like a lot of them end up being bad with their money.
That's why I'm excited about this conversation. Yeah. Usually on the show, I just meet with random people who are either part of the audience or they're off the street, and I just help them through the situations. You're an interesting case here because you follow the case of the professional athlete, the actor, the YouTuber. Yep. Boom, lots of money comes in. We put it here, we put it there, we just spend it, it just goes crazy. Then we end up broke.
Mr. Boom Boom Pow, thank you for the one gifted. I appreciate it.
Traditional story, and that's why I'm so excited to have this conversation, is because you just followed that path. I mean, what would you say you're worth today in total? Since you guys are so awesome for supporting me, I partnered with a company called Kudos to give some money back to you. So stick to the end of this to see how you can participate. Kudos is fantastic.
Okay, buddy.
I think the other thing to do is hire a professional.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, get that financial advisor in your corner. Yeah. That is like the key. Okay, so I just want to start with the basic things for where we are today. YouTube ad revenue. That's the big boy. That's
all right, Jen. There was a former worker who came out against Caleb, so people have been shitting on him recently. Okay, I wrote it down. And I'll look into it. And it's recent. I'll look into it.
That's what's bringing in the primary cash monies right now.
And I showed you my numbers.
I know. I need to take the total down. I'm not going to update the. Well, okay. At this point, I can just get rid of it because we know we're doing it Monday. Yeah, I'm just going to get rid of it because we know we're going to do it on Monday. And then what I'll do Monday is I'll come up with a goal for Boogie. I don't know what kind of goal we're going to come up with Boogie, but we'll come up with something. Thank you, RG. I appreciate it. Hey, it started out with the other entitled piece of shit. Now we're watching this entitled piece of shit. Caleb gets his ass in this video.
I made about $44,000 in the last year, but
which gives us $3,724 a month on average. But we know a lot of that has to do with
huge spike came from this documentary, right?
Okay, the documentary link below. Mike's awesome,
and that spike absolutely will not be sustainable. Now I have a few other projects. I got a great podcast in the works called the Locale Podcast. We just made our 5th episode. It's profitable. I think that's going to be an income bringing. That's easily going to bring in probably $2,000 a month. I think within the next 6 months. So that's going to be a nice lifeline.
Well, that didn't age well because you sure as fuck making more than that now. But this was the very beginning of it too. He was only 6 episodes in at that point. Now you're making a lot more than $2,000 a month.
Mm-hmm. My YouTube numbers, I think, are going to settle at probably $3,000 a month. But if you look at my finances, if we've gotten into them, to be comfortable, $2,100 mortgage, $800 a month health insurance, utilities, bills, everything. I need about $7,000 a month to maintain my existing lifestyle, which I just don't think we can do.
Oh, we don't, trust me, we will get there.
Yeah.
Patreon, like honestly, what's even the point? It's $122 a month.
I never. I never.
Are you doing
promote it.
anything?
No, I don't.
On there?
No, I never promote it.
See, okay, to diversify some of the income stream here, we launched a Patreon. We did a budgeting program, but we didn't just do them as cash grabs. We actually thought of them as potential future business avenues. And the way that we did them is we put way more value into them than what we were charging.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And
So my
that's actually becomes a
Patreon, if you go
sustainable
and read it, it originally said, "This is an AdSense forgiveness Patreon. If you want to give me $5 a month because you use ad blocker, please do." And that was all. I never promoted it. I never pushed it. I never, for the
But
most
you have
part.
dedicated fans. You do have dedicated fans. You've gone from almost 4 million subscribers down to, or almost 5 million subscribers down to, gonna fall below 4 potentially.
Yeah, it probably will. Probably by the time this airs, honestly. There's a very real chance, yeah.
With
Boogie needs to continue with his magic card streams. I think Boogie found his happiness when he started doing his magic card streams and his videos again. And that's important, to find your happiness doing this shit. You know what I mean?
that, like there's clearly people that are still very dedicated boogie heads,
And I've
whatever
never,
you might call them.
I did ask these people for help like a year ago, and the internet publicly shamed me.
You've asked people
Because
for
I
help a
provided
lot.
no value. I mean, like one time I threw myself on the, I took a huge hit to my health, and I was like, got really scared because these medical bills are starting to pile up. And this one time I came out and I'm like, hey, I really could use some help.
Wasn't there the, oops, I just accidentally bought a $100,000 Tesla. Please give me money.
That was a bit. Like I never bought a Tesla. I never,
Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't get a Tesla?
No, of course not.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I'm driving a Toyota hybrid Corolla that
See,
I bought used for $20K.
Yeah, I saw the Toyota. I was like, did he get rid of his Tesla?
Never had one.
Never had one. So that's just internet rumor.
I mean, so I went with my friend McJugger.
I never heard the Tesla rumor. I never knew that they thought that he bought a Tesla.
Nuggets to a Tesla dealership. He test drove, I test drove, right? He's like, I'm gonna buy one. I'll help you buy one. Let's look into getting you one. And I got this crazy idea in my head.
Yeah.
You know, it's showroom experience, right? I'm like, I'm gonna get a Model X with the wing doors. And then I called my friend at the Celebrity Car Museum in Branson, check him out. And I'm like, how much to kit it out as a modern day DeLorean? And it's like maybe 10, 15, maybe 20. Let's put the money into it. And I thought I'd have a cool show car, right?
Yeah.
We're coming off the back of Ready Player One. The DeLorean was all the rage again. Back to the Future anniversaries just happened. I'm like, this seems like a smart investment while I was in the showroom. And I got home. And I put a $2,500 investment deposit down, and I'm like crunching the numbers, looking. I'll spend $50,000 today on a down payment.
Yeah.
I'll loan out the other 50. This is a stupid decision.
It would have been aggressively stupid. I'm so glad you didn't do that.
Yeah. So,
I'm so glad you didn't do that. That was one of the scariest things that I thought I heard.
But at that point, why not just play the character?
Is
right?
it?
At that point, just let the internet do what the internet's going to do, right?
Yeah.
I didn't expect front page of Reddit. That was wild. And to this day, I think it's still fascinating that people think I bought that car.
I hate Reddit. I cannot tell you how much I hate Reddit. I hate Reddit. Gaga says, if they only knew the answer would be faking cancer, right? Right, Gaga? That was the answer.
I thought you thought I bought that car.
I thought you bought that car.
And the worst part about it is, and anybody out there, like if you want to buy a luxury car, buy a luxury car. I don't think it's a smart decision. But if you're going to buy a luxury car, don't buy a Tesla.
What's wrong with Tesla? I'm considering getting a Tesla.
They're so expensive for repairs. If someone dents that vehicle, they know it's a luxury car, so they make sure they upcharge you every chance they get. If you want to go the fastest possible speed, there's a fee to unlock that. It can do it. It's just a software governor. They charge you to let it have the ludicrous speed. Like it's one of the worst money things I think you can make. I've routinely
cars
made
in
fun.
general. I mean, unless it's like a beater that's getting you from A and B, or just safety measures or room for family, everything beyond that starts becoming.
Fuck you. I'm putting money down on a Slate. I want a Slate. I want a Slate truck, and I'm going to get the fastback. And here's the thing, wings. I don't care if I got a hand roll down my windows. I don't have to have electric windows. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't like driving with my windows down. So I'll do the can crank windows. I don't give a shit. I'll make sure to put a radio in there, and I'll make sure to put AC in there and heat. But yeah, I'm getting one of those Slates. I'm putting money down on Slate. And we're just going to Band-Aid my car. What was your question? Is Quinn on that? Who is Quinn? The Angry Branson show? Who is Quinn? We don't know who Quinn is, so we can't answer that question for you. So I love how Caleb always looks at his guests like, you're a fucking moron. 100%. Yes, he does. I love it.
I'm gonna want.
That's why
so luxury vehicles are okay if they're,
That's when I bought the newest car I've ever owned was this hybrid.
Yeah.
And it had one previous owner. And I bought it just before all the prices went crazy. So I got it for 21,000. I wanted to build credit, so I put 12,000.
I wrote that wrong. Manual windows rule. Yeah, I don't mind manual windows. I do not mind manual windows. And FYI, manual windows are easier to fix. Just an FYI on that. They're a fuckload easier to fix.
Down, I loaned out the rest.
You still owe on it?
I think maybe 1,000 or 2,000. It's in the neighborhood of not very much.
Okay. Facebook, $76 comes in a month.
Oh,
Again,
Queens!
what are we doing?
You're talking about locale Queens. Holy shit. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere with Angry Branson. Okay. Locale Queens. I don't know if they're going live today or tomorrow, Branson. And I'm just going to call you Branson because it's such a long name. I don't know if they're going live today or tomorrow. I'm going to be very honest with you. Hold on. Let me look and see if they have one set up, and I'll let you know. 1 second. Oh.
5 years.
Oh my
So
God.
it makes like...
Stop. Why are you trying to play over here, bro? Locale Queens. Let's see if they got one set up. As of right now, they don't have one set up. I think Gidgy was talking about doing an IRL tonight, so it may be this evening. I don't know. I think they are, Ricky, but you know what? I may think they are because I had a 1990 Camry at one point, and it got like crosswired. So when you would pull it up for it to go up, it actually went down, and it was the whole wiring issue that I fucking hated because the car sucked. So I got really, really mad at it and started yanking out shit. That door was fucked up because of that.
There, we just posting some clips and just nothing's happening? Or?
No, this is Meta PC. So this is a sponsor that I have. We get 5%.
All right.
Yeah, we get 5% of the sales that we make in a month.
Oh, Scooter said not today? Okay.
So some months it's low like this, $76. On a really good month, it's maybe 300.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Let's keep going through the income. Twitch, again, not... For some reason, I would have thought you were doing better on Twitch.
And here's the thing. It's because, number one, I don't stream as often as I like.
Why?
I get very anxious doing it. Most of the bad things that I ever said, I said on Twitch, right?
Yeah.
That's because I have this, trying to totally break character with you here, I have this very Andy Kaufman-esque character. Also that, I'm an idiot. And so I will either push the edge because I grew up on Andy Kaufman, Sam Kinison, Richard Pryor, George Carlin, Andrew Dice Clay. I love shock humor. I listen to shock humor still to this day.
People didn't like it when you did it.
No, they like it coming from a shock jock or a shock comedian, not the person that some people...
Boogie, the reason why people don't like it when it comes from you, because back then, you're not so much that way now. You've actually changed. But I know everything I've seen of you back then, like you would try to do edgy humor, but at the same time, you would try to be the nicest guy on the internet, or you would be like so apologetic that it looked fake. It was, you were mixing things up. Like shock jocks, they don't give a fuck. They're like, you don't like my joke? Fuck you. I'm still going to say it. You didn't have that attitude. That's why people didn't like when you did it.
branded as the Mr. Rogers of YouTube. You can't do that. Bob Saget did it, but I know Bob Saget, right?
So why we do it then?
Stupidity. It just, you know, but on top of that, if you watch one of my live streams, I mention donations, subs, stuff like that, maybe once in a 2-hour stream, because I've never, against the character I play, against the reputation I have, I don't like crowdsourcing.
But you refuse to get a job.
Poke Gaga says, I'd be Boogie's financial advisor for $5K a month. Right? I would too. Shit.
And you need money to survive.
It's less of
so we have to do something.
It's less of refusing, more that I just don't know if I could.
I do have good news about that, though.
Yeah.
You're not going to have 4 million subscribers for long, so you can get a job now. Sorry, buds.
I mean, that's not something I would act.
Cassie, I'm going to be honest with you. Cassie says, I honestly wonder if a younger, healthier guy showed up, genuine interest in Desi, would she leave Boogie? Let me tell you something. Desi is all in love with Boogie. And it's different when you see them. Like, I remember when I first found out about their relationship, and then you would see her, whatever. But when I met them in person, she loves that man. She really, really does. Like, there is she loves that man. So I can't say if it would really happen or not, to be honest.
Actually, ever say, you know,
merch. People aren't really buying your merch.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'd take $20 for a month, you know, for selling.
I get it as well, but when I start seeing people on this show, especially business people, who are just so scattered into different pots, and little's coming in here, it's not adding up too much. Instead of, again, this is what I was going to start bringing up with Twitch. Like, you say, oh, I'm not really on there much, and, you know, things have been consequences from what I've said, and then I'm feeling anxious about it. Then I'm just like, okay, we're done with Twitch. Who even gets focus all in what we know can be the revenue builder all time.
Which continues to be YouTube ads.
Yes, it does. This is absolutely the biggest number that we have seen here so far. Now, would I be able to, they're not going to be able to see it, but would I be able to see the studio app?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I think I showed you a screenshot.
Yes, I just... There's a couple things I'm curious about. Private for my eyes only, not for you. Okay, so what I'm most...
You know, I got so concerned with my studio app, I had to end up changing it on my phone to where it's on one of the back pages because I got, how do I put this? I got obsessed with looking at it when I was trying to grow my channel. I got too obsessed at looking at it, so I had to like move that bitch. I caught myself just constantly looking at it. It's not good to watch that shit so close.
Curious about. I want to go lifetime. So, dude, okay, this is what the revenue looks like. YouTube revenue starts, right? Because you know, obviously, first of all, when YouTube started,
I mean, the first 3 years I started on YouTube, there was no partner program. Partner program didn't exist.
So we go like, and then just trickle to where we are today. Is what your graph looks like. That scares me.
Yeah, I had like 2 good years. If you look at the 17-year history, I had like 2 really good years.
You've made $1.3 million. Incredible.
In 17 years, which comes out to what per year?
I know, but that's still
Are you a math guy?
Well, not a public math guy. What did I say? 1.3?
Yeah.
Over 17? 17 was when you started earning? Or
15 would have been when I started earning.
Yeah, 86,000 hours a year. Well, I mean,
I couldn't imagine making on average that amount a year on YouTube. Holy shit. Holy shit. Yeah, that's good money. Hell yeah, that's good money. The fuck? Hell yeah. Could you imagine? Holy shit.
You're above the median household income.
Out of disability, which is what I was on when I started the YouTube channel.
Yeah, absolutely. Right? But this, managing money correctly and not spend...
Banana slice. That's only 12 arcade machines a year. True. Or it's, okay, 86... That could be anywhere between 7 to 8 pinball machines a year also. The only reason why I know that is Nicholas DeOrio when he was going through his pinball machine phase of buying them. Because I had to look at them every day. Yeah, squatching's like 8 pinballs a year.
A lot of it on prostitution would equate to us having at least a little bit of money now.
Well, again, to address that important part of the doc, number one, those numbers are rounded up. Mike admitted that those numbers are rounded up and adjusted. Secondly, the majority of that money was spent traveling. And I went to the Game Awards. I went to Disney. It was still a huge waste of money. But I think if we're dropping character and I think if we're being genuine here, I think I tried to get a travel channel off the ground and try to do what my friend Jacob the Carpetbagger and Adam the Woo do. And I thought people would watch me go to Disneyland, right? I'm a big fat weird guy.
You know what I would love to do? Okay, let's talk about traveling real quick. You know what I would love to do? I would love for me and Billy to get a fucking camper for a week. Maybe 2 weeks. All right? Get a camper for like 2 fucking weeks and just make content in the camper, go in different places, go into different states. That would be so fucking dope to do. That would be so dope to do. That would be fun. That would be so fun.
Trying to do this, do that. Turns out they did not want to watch me do that.
So if you contributed of the 80 whatever that you're making on a monthly basis, 20% on a monthly basis, which is like just very basic recommended, contributing to just the standard stock market 8% return, being a little more conservative there from beginning to end, up years, down years, all combined 8%.
Sure.
Over the course of the 15 years, $17,000 a year would equate to almost $500,000. Now, obviously, we continue and just let that continue to compound and hopefully throwing more things in there. We could have gotten you to a point where, mid-60s retirement. What scares me now? I'm not going to talk about the age thing, like whatever. This is financial.
Well, man, I'm not making it to mid-60s. Let's just be honest.
Oh, well, that's what I want to talk about. Yeah. I'm not talking about the...
Boogie, stop. Stop it. I hate when you self-deprecate like that. Shut the fuck up. And he's getting healthier now. You can look at this Boogie and the Boogie now, and you can tell he's getting healthier.
I know a lot of people wanted... Okay. This is financial audit, not dating audit. So, she's going to live longer than you.
Sure.
You guys might get married, maybe.
Sure, probably.
What do we do when you're no longer here and you've left nothing to a widow?
Well, my process has always been, when I met her, without getting into her personal history too much, because it's not necessarily the place for it, but when I met her, she was struggling with severe social anxiety. She was struggling with just getting her life together. When I met her, I was talking to my friend Michael, kid behind a camera, and his plan was just be the person you needed when you were in that position. Because that's who I was when I was her age. When I was 20 years old, just like her, I couldn't function in the world. I played EverQuest and World of Warcraft and built terrible websites and made a barely passable income.
What does this have to do with you leaving or anything?
Well, hold on, I'm getting to that.
Okay.
If I left her
Caleb's like, okay, great story. What the fuck does that got to do with my question? True, because I'm sitting here going, Boogie, you're not answering the fucking question.
destitute.
Yeah.
My plan is to still leave her better off than she was.
Okay.
Right?
Well,
like get her
sure.
out into the world, get her the experience she needs, get her working when she's ready.
But if we're
Get her an
responsible with money, you
education
actually
when she's
leave her a nest egg instead of just, you know, putting life
I'm just
now.
I'm just saying right now, that's a conversation her and I have had. And like that's a very real possibility. And she's chosen to stay with me because she's not in it for the money, right? She's in
No.
it for the life experience. She's in it for the love. She's in it for the companionship. She's in it to become a better and stronger person.
But as a
I'm helping her do
partnership,
that.
caring about the other partner, you want to, instead of putting now with instant gratification, we want to leave
Well, that's why I'm
something.
here.
Yeah.
Right? That's why I'm sitting down with you today.
No,
Because
absolutely.
I'm hoping you can help me create a financial plan that can.
That's why I don't
move
call
us
it
in
out
that
immediately,
direction.
so you don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a mortgage.
We have
This is your biggest equity position. What do we think the house is worth today?
Zillow tells me 480. One of the houses in the neighborhood just sold for a little over $5 million. It's the same size. Or sorry, $500,000. 500,000. And it's the same size
I was about to say $5 million. What the fuck?
as mine. It's literally across the street and it just sold. So I think there's a very real chance that I need to put maybe 20,000 of work into it. We need new carpets. We need paint, stuff like that. There's a hole in the ceiling.
And a hole in the wall that he still hasn't fixed.
And some,
Did you
frames
almost
that's
lose
YouTube
this?
damage. Do what?
Did you almost lose this house at one point?
No, never.
Okay.
Yeah. That's always, I will bend over backwards to make sure that mortgage gets paid.
Yeah.
If I have to sell everything I own, if I have to, and I have, we've made some concessions that I'm not entirely comfortable sharing.
Banana Slice, you were so fucking diabolical. Banana Slice, you were so fucking diabolical, dude. How in the fuck are you gonna say that? Banana Slice is saying Desi's holding out for the Magic Collection. I'm telling you. True, bro.
Because the people involved are private people. Sure. But I did move a roommate in. He's been helping a little bit here and there. I had a roommate over the last 25 years. He's finally been able to kick in a little bit as well. So we are finding ways to.
So there's 2 roommates.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the purchase price of this house?
The original purchase price $275, and then I refinanced in 2018 because of my divorce. So the loan in 2018 became $200,000 because I put more money down because I had money to put down. So I got it down to $207.
You know, we're at 4.3%. What are we going to refinance? You're going to get hit to 8%. If
Well,
you refinance.
the plan would be to try to bring the initial monthly payment down. But I really don't want to have to ever do that because we're 5 years into a 15 year. So we paid so much principal off.
Wow, you did 15 year.
Yeah, I was making good money at the time, so why not do 15 years?
You know, hearing this now, I am very proud of Boogie because you've heard him talk about it on Lolcow Live where he actually has a nest egg now. And, and he's getting his shit straight. And I'm happy for him. I'm really, really happy for him.
But now we're from 2018 to now we're 5 years into a 15 year. Now I'm no math wizard and you are the math wizard, but that means I paid a good amount of principal off, right? I'm earning a very solid amount of equity by staying in that house, right?
Well, you definitely pay more interest up front, but yes, 5 year into 15 year, you're definitely starting to see more benefit.
Right.
Absolutely. I love the rate though.
Yeah,
the rate,
couldn't get a better rate, right?
We would like something,
with my credit, I could not have gotten a better rate
for
at the
sure.
time. At the time.
But
I mean, the reality of it is moving out of that house and trying to stay in Northwest Arkansas near my medical professionals where I need to stay.
You have to say that.
Yeah, it's a very stupid idea. There is very little in the area. I might be able to get an apartment for $900 a month. I might be able to get a duplex for $1,300 a month, but paying $2,100 in and then having some of that being brought in by roommates, I'm paying as much to live in this house and build equity as I would be giving it all to a landlord instead.
I can never do roommates ever again. Ever again. My husband and I had roommates here at one point. Never again. Ever. I will never. Well, okay, I can't say I'll never because I never know if we ever hit hard times we need roommates. But I don't ever want roommates again. Let's put it that way. Xylee, I bet you could pitch that Lolcow road trip to Keem as a springtime special where a few of the cows get RVs and take a trip to meet, including, Rum, that would actually be a good idea, but we gotta, we got Billy's health right now, and Billy's working on that. He's losing the weight and doing stuff like that. So it's one of those things that it's a future thing that I'm looking at maybe wanting to do, It's nothing that can be done anytime soon. Probably not even within, let's see, we're in September now. It would be at the very least, a full year before we do something like that. You know what I mean? But I would love to do it. But I would want to make sure, Billy's in tip-top shape as much as he can be before we did something like that. Can I be your roommate, Abuelita, but can I have a Harry Potter closet? I would stick you under the stairs, just like a Harry Potter closet. That's where I would stick you. That's where you would live. And I would stomp on top of your head on the stairs every time I walked on it. I go over the part that your closet's on, I would stomp it.
If anything, of course, I don't have the full financial history of like the last few years, but if anything that I know just from internet, this was the good choice.
Oh yeah, this is the smartest choice
was
ever.
the good choice.
Yeah.
And 30-year fix or 15-year fix, there's different philosophies on that. I personally go 30-year because I just feel like I can just make a better return on investment putting the rest of the money somewhere else. But either way, I'm totally okay with this. To limiting risk, knowing your position and knowing that the YouTube career can be, a quick whoop, I would have like, okay, we made 1.3 million and we owed a total of 208,000. I wish we could have just taken care of this and lowered your risk profile over that time instead of doing the traveling and stuff like that. Where all my money's been going, I pay a little extra towards this on a monthly basis, but where my money's mostly been going is into cash flowing properties that then pay for this if YouTube goes away completely. So that's I wish we were risk mitigating. Right. But instead of that,
that's smart. Putting your money in the business where you get cash flow every month. 100%. Boring, unsubscribed. Okay, bye.
We were going into crypto.
So nobody ever likes this answer.
Okay.
Because it's not a good one. And nothing I'm about to say.
LOL, please answer. What did Boogie say about a nest egg? I only know of him saying investments as arcade games and magic cards. Jen, he said it on Locale Live. I can't tell you exactly what Locale Live is. I don't have the time to actually look and see what Locale Live it was. But I want to say he mentioned it when Tommy and Wings, that one stream, when they came back to just 3 of them. I believe he did mention it there also. And he says he's got a little nest egg now. He's doing good, and he got a little nest egg now. I remember him specifically saying nest egg. You know?
Is an excuse.
Let's hear it.
But the headspace that I was in 2018 was not a very good one. And so I was not planning for a potential future because I did not feel that I had.
Yeah.
In 2018, Christmas, I had planned to take my own life. And I made it to that Christmas date, and I decided to postpone it for the dumbest reasons. Christmas Day, I'm sitting there alone. I have my dog in my lap, and my roommate's out of town, and I realized my dog's going to be sitting there with my dead body for 3 days. And I'm like, you know what? I need to wait. And I rescheduled to July 24th, 2019, which was my birthday. And I thought in that process I would travel a lot so that my roommate and my dog, who never really bonded, would begin to bond. So if you look at my travel plans, in January, I spent a couple of weekends away. In February, it became 3-day weekends. And then in March, it became 4 days weekends. And by July, it rolled around. I spent 2 weeks in California saying goodbye to my friends with the plans of going home to end myself.
I'm very glad you didn't, by the way.
I ended up doing some, which I do not recommend, right? We don't casually do. I did it under the, I did that with the guidance of a shaman. And my original trip was in 2019. And I realized that I had to stay on the path that I was on. I realized that this was what I, for better or for worse, no matter how.
Yeah, we saw that arc. Lord have mercy. What was the shaman's name again? What was the shaman's name again? The guy who passed away? You know what, Maui? I'm going to be honest with you. Flaming Star, that's it. Thank you. Maui, I actually kind of agree with you because that's like his spirit animal. Honestly. Like, same thing with Pumpkin. I was kind of worried for my husband when it came to Pumpkin because he was like literally, they were like connected. That was his baby, you know, and I was worried for my husband on that one. So I get it.
How hard this was going to be, I had to stay here and do it. Now here I am 4 years later doing it. And it's not been great. It's not been, and I went home and COVID happened. And
well, I have a question for you for the future of this conversation and what we're trying to do here. Are you willing to, and I think it might be for like the true first time from just conversations I've watched preparing for this, and then obviously this conversation so far, are we willing to just let go of the past? The past does not define us. We are human beings that are on this life, have a life temporary on this planet, that we are growing, and let's look for the future.
Well, we are talking about the past. Like we're talking about the financial decisions I was making in 2019.
No, I know, but when it comes to
right,
what
so like,
we uploaded.
But if you're asking if I have personally moved on, yeah.
But are we willing to in this conversation? Like, are we willing
to? Sure,
just...
unless you ask me why I was making these financial decisions in 2019, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you.
That's fair
right?
No, that's fair enough. Yeah. But when it comes to, I uploaded this many YouTube videos then and stuff like that, like, okay, let's like, what can we do in the future? Just make this awesome so that we can make sure you're financially secure.
But I effectively, I had a nervous breakdown at the end of 2019, and I don't even think you could put this in your video, but I said something extremely inflammatory. I said that the people who had spent the last year harassing me, getting my sponsors to stop supporting me, attacking my fans, and attacking me personally, I said that they were worse than, which is not a thing you can say. right? It's also not true. It's hyperbole. I didn't mean it, but I said this on live stream. Right? You can't take that back once the cat's out of the bag.
You in live streams.
Yeah, right. Which used to be extremely lucrative. I used to make
Boy, do we know that. Boogie in live streams gets his ass in trouble all the time.
$5,000 a month, $10,000 a month from live streaming when I was really good at it and really pushing it. I would live stream for 3 hours a night, 5 nights a week, 6 nights a week, and would bring home 5, 10K sometimes.
I was talking to a very successful streamer a few weeks ago about you, and he thinks you can make like 20K a month.
If I can keep my foot out of my mouth, and that's something I have so much trouble doing.
You know what? I'm going to be honest. When I was, during the cancer arc, when I was on my channel and I was constantly, and I was talking about Boogie and stuff like that, I was going the fuck off on him going, bro, stream on your channel. What are you doing? You only stream for 2 hours. Or whatever. Oh, no, actually, at that point, they weren't always just streaming. They were just about to change the format. But I had said something about if he was doing the podcast, then why aren't you streaming on your channel? Why aren't you streaming on Twitch? Why aren't you streaming on YouTube? Like, bro, you don't work a job, so why can't you go and stream for 4, 5, 6 hours? It's not hard to do. Thank you, 8 Little Paws. I appreciate you.
Even there, I mean, like, people, probably rightfully so, but for whatever reason, I think I'm held to a standard that I don't know that I'm good enough for. I'm going to say.
Well, you also react to everything. You feed them. You feed them. It's I haven't opened TikTok in like 2 months, so it's like.
Yeah, a lot of the things that you want to, a lot of things you want to talk.
Sly Guy, thank you for the gifted membership. I appreciate it. Thank you. Just noticed Caleb has almost the same patchy, fucked up facial hair as Rastoff. That's funny. Yeah, the cancer thing was streamed. It sure was, Banana Slice.
But it really changed since March in this last year.
What happened in March?
Again, I went into some really intense therapy. I combined it with.
But let's be honest. Let's be honest. Had he had done that on his own stream and Keemstar wasn't in his life, that would have ended him. That probably would have ended Boogie. That probably would have ended Boogie. You know? If he wasn't on LolCow, he wasn't working with Keem, that probably would have ended him.
And the mentorship of a shaman. Okay. And those 3 things, if you look at the statistics, modern science is showing, and I can recommend a documentary for anybody who's interested, How to Change Your Mind. It's available on Netflix. Have the capacity to cure post-traumatic stress disorder, which was my biggest issue, right? It's one of the reasons I was stuck in these negative thought patterns. And so with a combination of doing intensive, twice-a-week therapy with a traditional therapist, while combining that with seeing a shaman and taking the much puts your brain into a place of neuroplasticity. And so you can learn finally, right? And then you do that with the therapy and you can learn from the actual therapist. And this last year I made such tremendous strides. It's that, right? So
Jen says Keem truly thought he wasn't lying though and definitely would have handled it offline. No, Keem would have made it public. Have you not learned that about Keem? Very few things are private with Keem. I don't know how many times I tell you that I don't know how many times I can tell you Keem says, don't say nothing, or we know not to say something because it's in a group chat, and then Keem is talking about it on the stream. He makes almost everything public. Almost everything. And then sometimes you got to back him in a corner and make him make things public. Rewind last night. Anyway. Hey, Suffer Horse, how you doing? Welcome back, sir. Hell no, he wouldn't. Drama Alert was all about making private things public. I mean, bruh. It's content.
Whatever works for you, man.
I would old Boogie.
Thank you, Ryder.
A year ago, the egotistical, self-centered, extremely defensive man.
You think you're different?
Considerably.
Okay.
Yeah, considerably.
Okay.
I think, okay, I don't think he was different at that point. Well, he was a little bit different at that point. He's definitely different now. The Boogie now versus the Boogie almost 2 years ago is different. He really is. You can tell there's a level, you can tell that Boogie's confidence has increased. You know? You can he's definitely different. Is it a huge change? No, but he is definitely different. His confidence, he has more confidence in himself now, I think. You know?
Here's how I know I'm different. I wouldn't have been here. If you invited me to do this in December of last year, I would have laughed at you.
Why?
Because this is humiliating. This is difficult. This is hard. I have to swallow a tremendous amount of. Sure, it's how humiliating is it to look at every mistake you've ever made, print it out, and be called out on your for thousands of people to see.
Hundreds of thousands,
right?
Please,
you know?
I hope.
Run for Breakfast says, one thing I've noticed about Keem over the years is Keem will take the blame and credit for everything, because if there are haters, he takes all the hate for his employees. He will. He will. Like, if it's like true hate, he will. He'll take it. He's like, I don't give a fuck. Come at me. Poke Gaga, thank you for the 10, by the way. Keem likes privacy so much that I didn't think to get a pic with Xylee or Rastov. Listen, Poke Gaga, I'm pretty sure there'll be more events. I will most definitely make sure I take a picture with you. Definitely make sure. It was so nice meeting you there, dude. I was so happy when I found out you were actually going to go. I was like, yes! It was awesome meeting you. I loved you and your girlfriend. Awesome people.
I hope. What I try to structure the most episodes is hopefully we end towards a positive note. That is where I want to go. Like the future.
But again, I knew walking down here that this was a hard pill to swallow.
It's very brave,
right? But I'm telling you, never would have even considered doing this.
Okay. So could you tell me what this is, please?
This is either the car loan or one of the dumbest purchases I've ever made.
What's one of the dumbest purchases you've ever made?
This is the car loan.
Okay. We'll get to the dumb purchase soon.
Yeah, the dumb purchase was a dog.
Well, I have 2 dogs. They're great.
I spent way too much on a dog.
How much?
He's purebred, miniature poodle.
Sure.
Which generally will cost you about $3,000 to $3,500.
Okay.
I bought him in a pet store, so I paid $5,000.
How much money did you have at the time?
Oh, about $180,000 in the bank.
Oh, yeah. That's okay.
But again, I was in the mind that I needed to build credit, so I took out a loan.
What the is that the personal loan?
Yeah, that's the personal loan.
Dude, you're killing
that's the loan.
That's the
Bro. If you had 180 in the bank, then why in the fuck did you take out a personal loan for a $5,000 fucking dog? What the fuck? That makes no goddamn sense. You had an overabundance amount in the bank, but yet you took out a loan? I need somebody to explain that one to me. That's dumb as fuck. I don't think the prom thing's happening. I really don't.
That's the synchro name. It's the synchro name.
Yeah, there you go.
So I'm going to call this the dog loan.
That's the dog loan.
So what's remaining on the car? Do you remember?
The what?
Do you know what's remaining on the car loan?
The car? I don't know. We either are the last payment or like the last 2 or 3, I think.
Okay, we
have to look.
We might take a look into it. And the personal loan has about 1,000, right? Left on it, something like that.
That sounds right. Yeah. There is another small loan.
What?
There's a third one that you're seeing here.
Credit card?
No, it's a bed.
It's a what?
I had to get an adjustable bed for my back and leg issues, and my doctor insisted that I looked into getting one. So I took out paid like $500, $600 down, and then took out like a $2,500 loan.
Yeah. When'd you get it?
July.
Interest rate?
6%. That's correct.
What's the monthly payment?
I think it's the 112 you're looking at.
Oh, so that's
the
Synchro.
112.
Yeah, Synchro is usually a store finance.
Yeah.
Okay. Credit card I want to take a look at in a second. Could you pull up your credit card app for me,
Sure.
please?
Yeah. I think you've seen it already, but to show you, I only own like $900 on it, and it's just a utility card for the business. So it gets used and it gets paid off. It gets used and it gets paid off.
Do you ever hold balances?
Over the last couple of months, yes, because it's been thinner than I would have liked, but I plan to pay it off with this check on the 20th. So,
but it's only okay. It just scares me because it's only getting thinner, except for that spike.
Yeah. Well, that spike's going to pay off the. Yeah. There's the. Okay. The credit card. And the balance of like $950.
Yeah. Credit line available, $31.12. Yeah. Kill me. Okay.
Jesus, Boogie. God damn.
I am still trying to do some credit score stuff, so I will pay off a little bit.
Why do you give credit score? You already have a house.
Because eventually I will have to sell the house and I'll have to move somewhere when I do. Right?
Why will you have to sell the house?
The $2,100 mortgage payment is really hard.
So you're saying you're not going to be able to afford the payment?
I don't know. I'm hoping that I will, but again, I'm always planning for the possibility that I won't. Right?
Late payment fee, October 31st. Late payment fee.
Yeah.
$25. Late payment fee, December 1st. This just happened.
Yep.
Oh, me.
October was a very lean month.
Here we go, buddy. Now he's going to start yelling at him.
Oh, and you have a brand new iPhone.
Dude, this phone was free.
Really?
Yeah, Verizon traded us an iPhone 7 for that.
Very important business purpose. Chick-fil-A. Lucky it was all the way back.
Dude, you eat. Don't you eat? I eat. People eat.
Not
I definitely
out.
eat. I eat a lot.
No, you don't have to eat out if we can't afford to live.
I can't cook for 3 people for cheaper than $12. I can't cook for 3 people for cheaper than $12.
Wait a second. Let me get my little handy dandy cook. First of all, that was 3 people. You did not feed 3 people on $12.
Chicken sandwich is $5.
So you just got 3 chicken sandwiches. You didn't get any fries. You got nothing.
You feed 3 people on $5 in a hurry.
Deal. The chicken sandwiches, the chicken patties. We have HEB. I don't know what your version is, but you get the fucking frozen chicken patties. Put them in the oven, and I promise they are individually less than $5. More of an initial investment.
Okay, but you need to get but technically, all right, listen, I'm sorry. If you want to get that Chick-fil-A flavor, you need to get the ones that are pickle. And I hate pickle, but that's actually the flavor. You notice how Chick-fil-A chicken tastes different, like the nuggets taste different and the chicken patties taste different? It's because of pickle. There's pickle like in the batter. They put pickle in the batter, like pickle juice in the batter. And that's what makes Chick-fil-A chicken taste different than everybody else's chicken patties. It's pickle. It's pickle juice. And now I want chicken, goddammit. True. So, listen, somebody was talking about fast food in the Discord, and I'm like, fuck, now I want Taco Bell. Matter of fact, when I'm done with this, I'm going to get Taco Bell. Shit. I agree with you, RG. You can feed 3 people on $12. You really can, actually.
They are not good chicken patties, and that is quicker, more convenient, taste.
There we
and
go.
On top of that,
so now there's more reasons.
It's affordable, right? You eat out 2 or 3 days a week. It adds up to $15.
2 or 3 days a week?
Yeah, 15, 30, 45 bucks.
But
It adds
you
up
can't
to
afford to pay the card.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Late payment. It's not affordable if we can't pay the card.
Do I look like the kind of person that's ever made sound decisions about food?
No, but that's why I'm trying to. That's why I'm trying to get it across.
But this is my weakness. This is always going to be my biggest weakness.
No. You just allow.
Okay, so as a person who used to be over 300 pounds, yeah, I was really big. I was so fat in the front, people thought I was pregnant. It was so bad. Food becomes your best friend. Food is the thing that doesn't judge you. Food is the thing that doesn't talk back to you. Food is the thing that doesn't argue with you. It doesn't call you ugly. It doesn't do any of that. And unfortunately, what happens is it becomes your best friend. And you go to food when you're sad, when you're happy, when you're mad. Any kind of emotion, there's a food with it. And that's what happens. So, wait, their grilled nuggets have powdered sugar in them. Oh, that means as a diabetic, I can't eat it. What the fuck? I have diabetes. And now Suffa is ordering Wingstop. There you go, Suffa horse.
Out yourself, infinite excuses for the future.
Oh,
Try to take responsibility.
That's actually true, yeah.
I used to be over 400 plus pounds, and I'm an emotional eater. I'm down to 270 right now. Good for you, Ray. Good for you. That is awesome. Good job. Listen, I lost 1 person. You lost like 2. That's awesome. Good for you. That's really good. Congratulations.
Yeah, so why not actually take responsibility and say, hey, we cannot afford to live right now. We don't get to afford to go out and
But
get that.
for traveling, guess what we had for breakfast today?
What did you have for breakfast today?
Chick-fil-A. We used the app, so they gave us free nuggets.
What about the continental breakfast at the hotel? Free.
That's true, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
It's generally just a bowl of cereal.
Yes, and that's food that goes in your stomach for free. For free. You can't afford to pay this. Boogie.
I mean, that's true. That's true.
If there's anything I can get across.
See, now I have the opposite. Now I have to make sure to make myself a protein shake every morning so I can have something in my system because I am on Ozempic. I'm on Ozempic not to lose weight though. I'm on Ozempic because it helps with my diabetes, right? But because of the shot, I literally forget to eat. I do. I forget to eat because I'm not hungry. I completely forget to eat. It's horrible. So, like, I'm doing better now. I'm starting to have more energy because I'm remembering to put energy in by drinking a protein shake every morning for my breakfast. You know?
In this episode for you to just walk away with, buddy, if we cannot afford to pay something, if we can't even afford to pay off the credit card, we're getting late fees and we're just getting.
I mean, I have a food budget of about $300 a month, and then we use that.
Groceries?
It includes groceries most of the time, yeah. We do eat groceries at home. We have like some of the inexpensive meals we make. We make tacos, we make shrimp pasta. If I'm really feeling splurgy, we'll make burgers at home. We eat at home.
Banana size, any negative side effects of Ozempic so far? I will say this. I don't have the bad side effects when I went through the steps, because you start off at 0.25, then you go to 0.5, then you go to 1, and then you go to 2. I think it's milligrams. The only side effect I have now is when my ADHD brain, because you're supposed to take it every day on the same day every week. Well, my ADHD brain, forgets to do that. All right. I have a hard time remembering to take my fucking medication every day, right? For my diabetes and my kidneys and stuff, right? So I'll go a whole fucking week not taking that shot, and I'm at 2. So when I go to take that shot, the first couple of days, I'm throwing up because my body's adjusting to it. But that's it. I don't have the other side effects that people have. My mother doesn't have the side effects either. And she went from having to take literal insulin shots every day to now she's just on, I think, 1 pill. And it took her A1C down into pre-diabetic numbers now. You know? So that Ozempic, I'm going to be honest. I mean, granted, at one point it was hard to get because everybody was taking them for weight loss. But I'm telling you, it's done me and my mom such a service when it comes to our diabetes that I don't really have bad things to say, and I don't have a negative reaction to it. Yeah, hopefully so, because quite honestly, my doctor told me I'm probably going to have to be on it the rest of my life because of my diabetes. Yeah, but it's helped with my numbers. Like I said, my mom's down to pre-diabetic numbers now. You know, and she's lost a lot of weight on it, and she's doing great. And yeah, I'm sorry, it's helped me, you know, and I understand people are taking it to lose weight or whatever, and that might be the cheap weight out, whatever. We literally are taking it for what it's meant for, and that was diabetes, and it's helped. So.
The majority of the time. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we just can't afford to probably go out at all. Right
Yeah.
now. I'm really sorry. It sucks.
I mean, it's true. Yeah.
So, okay.
But it would have been more expensive to drive back to Fayetteville and make a taco than it would have been to go to Chick-fil-A today. But you're right. We could have eaten cereal at the buffet.
Yes.
Yeah,
I was about to flip kill me. Okay. What I can't see is the interest accruing. Obviously, we have the late fees, but the mobile apps love to try to hide how much interest is.
I mean, I just pay the minimum balance every month, and the minimum fees generally.
So that's what you meant by paying it every month? Minimum balance.
Sometimes I pay off more. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Ray, I get that.
Okay, well that's really bad. If we hold a card that's accruing interest, then we can't afford to go out to eat once. We just can't.
That's true. Yeah.
Because
interest. Well, this will get paid off on the 20th. But this huge
all of it,
yeah, the whole thing.
Huge.
Yeah.
From what?
From the spike that came in AdSense from
like the $6,000. That's okay.
Like $700-800 is what we made in November, which was really awesome. I hope we can maintain that. But
is this a Debt the Preferred Club?
It's so weird to hear these fucking numbers. Listen, did you just hear what he said about LOL? You gotta understand, he's talking about LOLCOW.
Okay.
Like $700-800 is what we made in
Do you remember the leaderboards that they took away? Do you remember seeing the numbers that they were making? And he was happy with the 7,800. And now look at what they're doing. Holy fuck. I hate needles too, RG, but my doctor, when my doctor first tried to get me on the Ozempic, I was like, so I didn't take it. So then I went to see him again 3 months later, and he's like, have you taken the shot? I was like, no. I said, listen, our relationship is built on trust and truth. So I'm going to let you know, I'm scared of needles. I'm not going to take that shot. He goes, yes, you are. He pulls out the fucking needle. He gets his nurse to go get an Ozempic, and he goes, all right, now we can do it in 3 places. Which one do you want? So he shows me the belly, and he goes, watch, it's going to be easy. And I put it in, didn't feel it. I was like, okay, I'm good. I'll take it now.
November, which was really awesome. I hope we can maintain that. But
is this a Debt the Preferred Club?
That's the house loan, right?
Sorry.
Yeah, that's my current checking balance. So that's weird.
That scares me.
Yeah.
Anything less than $1,000? Yeah. Okay. Exxon, fair. Came down here. McDonald's, less fair.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A.
Oh, wait till you get to the Starbucks. Then you're gonna get real mad.
I'm not one of those people that freaks out about Starbucks.
$5 every couple of days. I love me a pink drink. I love me.
Well, I'll freak out about that.
Starbies and Arby's. Starbies and Arby's.
Because you can't afford it.
Yeah. Well.
Like, I'm not one of those people that when people can afford it, I don't freak out as long as you're hitting investing goals that are necessary to survive.
Sure.
Cameo, I'm glad that came in. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a little extra.
Yeah.
$100.
You can book me at cameo.com.
StreamYard, we're paying for it.
Yeah.
Barely made it back.
Yeah, it's necessary for the podcast.
Stop. Oh, yeah. Okay, he doesn't pay for that anymore. StreamYard, horrible fucking app. Don't use it. Just saying. It's ridiculous you gotta pay for that shit.
That's where we found there.
Utilities. Yep, that's fair. Can't hate against no utilities. Same with gas. Walmart, you can never really tell what's being purchased from
So
Walmart.
most of my Walmart purchases tend to be meds. I'm on a lot of meds. The most expensive, which is my testosterone, which is $200 a month.
With your medical issues, do you think McDonald's, Papa John's, Starbucks, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, all being processed within a couple days' time is helping?
No.
It's not helping your wallet either.
No.
Why are you still doing it? If we know we're killing ourselves and we're financially killing ourselves, why do you think you're still doing it?
I think
I'm gonna be killing myself with some Taco Bell when I get done with this today. Just saying.
I wouldn't weigh 400 pounds if I knew the answer to that question.
Okay, well, you obviously had discipline for a bit, though, because you...
RG Gamer says, I used to do insulin as well, and I lowered my A1C down far enough to where I don't need any medication at all. Fucking, that's based as fuck, RG. Congratulations. That's based as fuck. Good for you, bro. Good for you. Hell yeah.
Did go through the surgery, which is very difficult.
Well, the surgery did its job, which is to say it extremely restricted my stomach intake. And it still does to this day.
Okay. In a lot of the American versions, don't they require you to lose a good amount up front before you have to get it? Okay, so you had the discipline to do that.
Well, it was a lot easier when I walked into an emergency room with a blood pressure of 280 over 180. And they're like, hey, you're dying now. You're not dying eventually. You're dying now.
But you kind of are.
I mean, this.
No, you said you're not going to listen.
As unfortunate as this is the healthiest I've ever been.
But you said you're not.
Boogie, this is your problem, bro. This is your problem, and you do this. And when oh God, I hate it when Boogie does this. He comes up with so many fucking excuses. And the sad thing is, listen, when I'm in that mental state, I do the exact same thing. I'll come up with 1,000 fucking excuses. I piss Keem off all the time by doing it, because my initial thought, like when Keem will come to me about something, right? My initial thought is, I can't do it because of XYZ. Bam, 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 bam. Because I automatically go to that negative fucking headspace and I think of all the reasons why I can't do it. Then once I calm down and I chill out, that's when the problem solving starts. Go, okay, this is what I can do, and this is what I can do, you know? So.
Don't feel like you're going to be here in your 60s.
Well, that's just the stark reality when you've done what I've done to my body.
I know, that just, to me, that feels like now.
That's fair. I see this 15, 20 years from now because that's what it is.
Sorry, not, well, you're 50, 60, it's not 20 years from now.
Well, it was mid-60s is what we're saying, right?
Okay.
So that's 15, 20 years from now.
Starbucks.
Yeah, Starbucks.
There's lots of Starbucks. Tokyo House is very expensive. There,
Business
$90.
Business Center.
Wow.
That one was right off.
Wow. Right off of what? Prime Video, Starbucks, not even a full month back yet. Starbucks is a lot. Arby's, at least get food that tastes like something.
Starbies and Arby's.
Hey, let me tell you a little bit something about Arby's.
God, I kind of want some Arby's now. Shit. I kind of want beef and cheddar with some extra cheddar and some curly fries with a Diet Dr. Pepper. That kind of sounds good right now. Fuck. I got a gift card to Taco Bell, though. We're still doing Taco Bell. I don't care. I'm standing 10 toes down on Taco Bell.
Arby's, okay?
Good fries?
They have very good fries. But recently, I've been getting to realize the value that you get from Arby's is surprising how much food you get for your amount of investment.
Wait till I teach you about...
It doesn't taste good. I want to make it very abundantly clear. But again, when you're feeding multiple people, you can save a lot of money at Arby's.
Wait until you hear about the grocery store. It'll blow your mind. Burger King, Netflix, nothing good on there anyway. Starbucks.
I just canceled Netflix, actually.
Good. Good lad.
I canceled Netflix, and I canceled Hulu. And the only thing I have now is Disney Plus, which we watch literally every day, and Amazon Prime, which I pay for the shipping and for the things that we need anyway.
Starbucks, more Arby's.
It's all food. I mean,
Jesus Christ, how much do you go to Starbucks? God damn. You should invest in the fucking company with how much you go to Starbucks. Holy fuck. Bro, how much is he going to fucking Starbucks? He's literally riddled off Starbucks. God damn. I am hungry. Hell yeah, Suffa. Poke Gaga says that's why Boogie's right when he says he's built. Wait, that's why Boogie's right when he says he built the LCU. True. God damn.
Like, I can save you all the scrolling. It's all food.
We're not even halfway through a month. This is what I feared going in here. So we have a credit card.
Sure.
We have a credit card, and we weren't able to do the math that we typically do, but I would not be surprised.
Yeah, Banana Slice. That's where the pink drink comes from. Starbucks, yeah.
If you did not go out and have these $25 drops every single day, 12 to 25, something around there.
Yeah, it's almost, we spend about $12 to $15 on food a day.
Let's call it 15.
Yeah, let's call it 15. That's
okay, that's true. Desi does love her pink drink. She does. She loves her Starbies and Arby's. Just saying. She does. She's addicted to pink drink.
It's actually very fair.
Let's call it 30.
Sarah.
We could have paid off.
Sarah's like, Arby's calls me to have a fat girl summer. I know that's right, Sarah.
Oh, yeah, 30 days. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we could have paid off half. Now you throw the Starbucks in there and you throw the business dinner in there. Even if you're writing it off, we probably could have paid off the credit card that is accruing interest and that we're missing fees. By the way, if we're getting hit with late fees,
oh yeah, that's the worst way. I mean, like
then we're not getting Starbucks.
Any financial show on the planet will tell you if you're getting charged late fees or credit card interest or loan interest, then you can't be spending.
Then I'm struggling here. Do you care?
I do. It's again.
Then stop. Be an adult. Act your age is what I would say.
I mean, that's fair. Again, food has not been a area that I have been very successful at controlling.
Trust me, I can't really talk about it either.
Dude, let me tell you,
at least I can afford it.
I've taken it's bigger than you. Okay? All right? Listen to me, dude. I've eaten more than you at a buffet before.
Just
okay?
please not in my bathroom,
all right? I appreciate that you think you know what it's like to be addicted to food. I promise you don't.
I will be honest, one of my big struggles is on a daily basis, like I won't eat a ton during the day, but then I'll get something fatty, greasy, sweet, and then I binge a massive portion in the evening. That is my typical issue that happens. And I yo-yo 30, 40 pounds constantly. I'll be good for a while and then I'll yo-yo. So I can't talk about that.
I mean, the only reason I'm...
My food addiction? Bread. That was my food addiction, was bread. I love me some bread.
Not 600 pounds again. It's because the surgery is doing its job.
Can I ask how much you weigh?
400. Yeah.
Okay. Well, good job.
My lowest ever was 330. I got back up to 400. This is where I stayed.
Yeah.
Within a 20-pound variance. I've gone down to 380 and I've gone back up to 400.
Where does your doctor want you to be?
I mean, ideally, you'd like me to be my adult weight of like 175, right? Like that's what anybody would want.
Yeah.
We're talking knee replacement surgery when I get home.
How much does that cost?
I think it's not even. Hopefully, Blue Cross Blue Shield will cover it. I pay $800 a month for the best insurance I can afford because I absolutely have no choice, right?
Yeah.
It's
you met your deductible.
Do I? I meet my deductible within the first like 2 months, most of the time. Yeah.
Lots of Amazons and Panda Express.
Okay, soda. Stuff a horse, I have to say soda also. But now I'm down to diet sodas. Please don't try to take my sodas away from me. I'm going to tell you what. I will swing on somebody if they try to take my soda away from me. Just saying. Sarah, we've gotten away from pastas now because my husband is doing keto. He's doing, I can't remember the name. It's this food service where they have the food for you and they deliver it every Sunday or whatever. He does that for dinner and stuff like the dinner and breakfast, and he's losing weight. But I know it's keto.
Yeah. Gas. You must drive a lot.
Zay Zooted, thank you for the $9.99. Love you too, girl. Thank you.
We don't drive a lot, but we buy a tank a week, give or take.
So do you go in there and get a bunch of drinks then? Because I'm seeing like gas stations.
Oh no, never. I don't go into
Because I'm seriously like 2 weeks back and I've seen like 5 gas stations.
Well, we did travel here, so we needed to fill up at home. We filled up here.
Yeah, but that was yesterday. Like I'm talking in the last 2 weeks. Starbucks, Burger King, Starbucks.
Oh, in the last 2 weeks, I was on my way to
Starbucks.
Last month, I was on my way to.
Did you hear that? He was like, "Hold on, wait. This was funny."
Like 5 gas stations.
Well, we did travel here, so we needed to fill up at home. We filled up here.
Yeah, but that was yesterday. Like I'm talking in the last 2 weeks. Starbucks, Burger King, Starbucks.
Oh, in the last 2 weeks, I was on my way to
Starbucks.
The last 2 weeks, I was on my way to Starbucks.
Last month, I was on my way to Cleveland, Ohio, to finish this documentary. So that's probably maybe what you're saying. But no,
the documentary that we talked about, the one that everyone has seen.
Yeah, we generally fill up the tank once a week. It's a hybrid. I mean, you'd have to drive 555 miles a tank is what I get. So
okay, I'm struggling with the eating out once a day thing because now that I'm going through here, I'm seeing about 2 to 3 if we're considering Starbucks and we're considering unless this is when they're hitting. But seriously, scroll
I think
like
that's when
13, 14, 15. Like these are just individual days, 16, and there's 2, 3 in each.
Well, I think that's probably more when they're hitting.
But even if that's when they're hitting.
Valerie, thank you for being a member for 4 months. Siley. We have so much in common. I take Trulicity. I lost 60 pounds so far, and I also have diabetes, and I love me some soda. Pepsi Zero is my usual. Yeah, I love Diet Coke and Diet Mountain Dew and Diet Dr. Pepper. Those are my go-tos. Love them.
And still, since this is section out day by day and 3 are hitting a day,
Thank you,
even if they're
Valerie.
coming from a previous day.
They said we average
then
about
it's
$15 on fast food a day.
Yeah, but I'm also kind of struggling with that because if we go here, okay, yeah, middle of November, Golden Crown, well, $62 at Golden Crown. But okay, we'll call that an oddity, right? We went to Golden Crown.
I mean, it was. I invited somebody out, my editor, me and my friend Flint and my girlfriend.
Your editor? You pay your editor?
When I need to, yeah. And when he's got a project that we need him to work on.
Why aren't you editing your own stuff? You have time, I assume.
He's incredibly better at it, and so if I have an actual project that needs to get done.
Listen, I'm going to be honest. That's how Jada became my editor. I can edit videos. I don't like doing it. It literally takes me 8 hours to edit down an hour live stream because I put it off so much because my ADHD takes over. And it's like, you want to torture me? Ask me to edit something. Literally, ask me to edit something and it's torture for me. I hate it so much. And thank God, Jaded one day was like, hey, I want to learn more background stuff. Can I try editing your streams for you? And I was like, fuck yeah, abso-fucking-lutely. And she started doing it and got better and better and better. That's how Jaded became my damn editor. Yeah, we love Jaded in these parts. Absolutely. Shit, I fucking hate editing.
And he works for minimum wage for me, to be very clear, because he's a friend. So, but occasionally he'll get a business dinner to talk projects and stuff.
And then we're getting back to utility, so we've gone close to a month. So yeah, minimum once a day, and then you throw an extra $5 from Starbucks on there as well sometimes.
So let's call it 20. Let's call it 20.
20.
But again, most of the time I'm feeding 2 or 3 people off of this money.
But that's 15 is like that's like the minimum we're spending a day.
Right, let's call it at that point $600 a month on food.
Oh, 1 second. So minimum 15 a day plus probably 5 for Starbucks every other day, so 2.5 a day.
Yeah.
So then we saw. About once a week, maybe twice a week sometimes, there's that Dave & Buster's, there's the Golden Corral, there's that other thing. So all of a sudden that throws off the average of 15 a day, turning it to what would probably be evenly distributed, $20, $25 a day, throwing the Starbucks, maybe $30 a day on average.
Sure, yeah.
So if we actually start going...
Maui, when I was a kid, I got diagnosed when I was a kid with ADHD.
Off of that, and again, I wasn't able to do the normal math that I was able to do before most episodes. We're looking closer to like $900 a month, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Let's call it that then. Yeah. I mean, there's definitely room to cut. I included in any time I talk about these budgets online, I generally say 600 for this stuff, but 900 might be more realistic.
But you can afford 600.
That's true. That's true.
So you said you're feeding multiple people. I understand, obviously, girlfriend situation. Okay,
sure.
Who else are we feeding?
So again, my roommates mostly like to remain private. They're not on social media.
Okay.
So I do have some difficulty divulging the arrangements that we've made.
Okay.
But in exchange for a lot of things that I physically cannot do. I can't mow my lawn. I can't get into the attic. I cannot do a lot of the things that are necessary to be done.
So in-house help.
That's right. So in exchange for in-house help, every once in a while, I get someone a sandwich. And if I were paying to get the lawn done, my house, it's way ridiculously more expensive than an Arby's sandwich. Right? So the deal that I have set up with my roommates now, I'm saving a tremendous amount of money. But that will occasionally include, hey man, you want to go out to dinner? It's been a month.
My only question with that is, what are they going to do when the day comes that Boogie's not here anymore? What are they going to do then? No, I don't take any medication for my ADHD. I refuse to.
Can I take you out to dinner tonight? Because I'm never in a position, not to speak too much about my roommate's private business, but I could never imagine myself in that position where I would get paid so little and do so much to help a friend. I mean, I'd like to think I'd be able to, but physically, I can't do most of these things. Right? I can't climb a ladder. These are things I physically cannot do. And I'm very blessed in that regard. And so, yeah, it's probably, I know it's a stupid investment, but since they're making such a stupid investment this way, I don't mind making a stupid investment their way.
Are they paying any rent?
Yes.
What are you getting? Because that helps offset some of the budgetary costs that we're going to have to go into.
Do my roommates pay rent? There is compensation, not just in terms of things that they're able to do around the house or things that I cannot do, but there is compensation. Yes. But it's not something again, they are private people. I don't want to get too much into their lives.
Totally fine. I do get that. And I want to make sure we're protecting privacy. So that no, nothing negative can happen. So that's fair. Have you ever downloaded the app Credit Karma?
I believe so. I don't have it on my phone currently.
If we could just get you to go through that, it'll take about 5 minutes. All right, credit score. We've jumped up.
Yeah.
673?
Yeah, like I said, I do know the tools to build credit. Someone sent me down to do it, and I'm trying to maintain the best credit that I can. Certainly that's not in the 700s. There's plenty of room, right? But considering my financial situation, if I needed a stopgap loan, which I hope I never do.
That's what emergency funds are for.
Right? Well, again, I don't have them, unfortunately.
Well, what's this, actually? $7,732.
This is what's left of everything. That's everything.
Okay, but that is money.
That is money.
What's it in?
This is currently sending.
Do you not understand that's probably more money than most Americans have in their savings account? Most Americans right now are like one medical emergency away from losing everything. Everything off of one medical emergency. It's ridiculous.
In Ethereum, and since I printed this off, it's actually worth more.
Yeah, but what have we learned?
Well, we've learned that I don't think that market can go any lower. There's always going to go to zero. It can't go to zero.
Sir?
It can't go to zero.
Sir, what have we learned about our money?
You don't take the loss until you sell.
Okay, well. Okay.
And also, it was also kind of smart to spread out the losses across multiple years so that I get that nice tax deduction.
Yeah. Okay, sleep number 3,218.
Was that the total?
Not 2,500. That's why I had.
I guess it was more than that. Good idea. Okay.
And yep, there's the credit card as we saw. Lending USA. Here's the card, 6,472.
Is that what I have left?
Yeah, which is a lot more than you suggested.
I guess so.
Nah, that's why we do the little investigation.
Well, that's why. Yeah. Again, I ballparked this stuff in my brain. I've never looked this stuff up, so I'm glad we're looking it up today, so I know for sure.
Lending, personal loan, 3,448.
That's my dog. And do you want to know something? Worst investment in my life, because I don't even like the dog that much.
Sir, I'm going to need you to put respect on Leo's name. I am a Leo Stan account. I I feel like that dog does not get enough attention. He seems like a sweet baby. Justice for Leo, 100%. Just saying. He doesn't really hate Leo. That's a fucking bit. He doesn't hate Leo.
Really? I love my first dog. He's like he's my soul dog. He's like the member of the family. The second dog, he's mostly just a dog. He's a good dog. He's a really good dog. I really like him. But I didn't want a dog. I wanted another Sammy. You know, and I got a Leo instead. But he's still a great dog.
Okay. Yeah. Your car payment is.
What are we down to?
$238 a month.
Yeah.
You're halfway through the loan.
Yeah.
We really sounded like we were much closer.
I thought I was. Again, I think maybe I don't have a solid understanding of how much interest I'm paying up front in some of these loans, because I thought I would have paid off considerably more of the actual loan by now.
Well, you took out a 5-year. Okay, so I'm going to steal from our friends at the money guy.
Yeah.
I mean, really, you want to pay it off. If you're going to take out a car loan, no more than 8% of your income on a monthly basis goes towards it. You put 20% down every time.
Which is certainly considerably less of that. I paid half.
And on a three-year term.
Well, I paid half. The initial loan was $10,000 because I paid half. I paid half up front, if I remember correctly.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
And
again, the only reason I financed the back half, because I had the cash, I could have spent it. It was before crypto even dropped. I should have probably done it. But the only reason is, again, to try to maintain this credit score. Have some small loans.
Your dog!
$5,000. Yeah.
No, it thinks it's at 23.49% interest is what it says you are at.
Oh! That interest rate, though. God damn. 23.49. Holy fuck. Holy shit.
That's the loan.
So that can't be right.
Are you sure? That's what I think it is.
Is that even legal to make a 23% loan?
Oh, yeah. There's people on my show all the time.
That doesn't seem legal.
Credit cards are over 30%. Your credit card's probably over 30%.
I mean, like
It's
the minimum
15 to
payment's like $20 a month, so off of a balance of $1,000?
You know why the minimum payment's $20 a month? Because they want the interest to continue to accrue.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought I was paying all the interest off.
No. Oh,
well, the number's never broken over like 1,000. So
no. Okay. Now I'm understanding where we might be in terms of financial knowledge. No, that's not how it works.
Okay.
With credit cards.
Well, then educate me.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Well, for credit cards, we never want to hold a balance anyway. Because if we're holding a balance, whether or not you're making a minimum monthly payment, it's accruing interest unless it's in an interest-free period.
So if I were to pay anything off first, it's clearly this dog loan. That's got to be right.
What was 986 again? What did we put down for that?
I think that's just the credit card balance.
Oh.
And again, that's a secured credit card, so I don't think the interest is very high. It's secured with a $1,000 CD.
Oh, here, let me find out.
Tell them, because I think I made a smart financial decision with that credit card, because it's a secured card. It's financed, secured with a $1,000 CD. So my understanding is the interest rate was going to be very, very low on it.
Can you bring up the credit card again?
Yeah.
So now we have a full picture of your debt and where we've gone.
Right.
What's good is it looks like you don't have anything in collections or anything, which is good. So, I mean, that's, I feel like that's potentially next steps if we have to drain. Okay, so the $7,732, that's in Ethereum.
Somehow, okay, I'm going to be honest. Between the documentary and even watching this, I feel like, I don't know, this might be controversial to say. Sometimes I feel like Boogie wasn't as bad off as he was saying that he was. Or maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm missing something, because I felt like Boogie just... Sometimes I feel like Boogie isn't as bad as I thought he was. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking, most likely.
This is just a daily graph. Where was that at some point, and you've been withdrawing from it to survive?
Yeah, at the beginning of the year, if you see in the documentary, in February, this was 30,000, but I've had to withdraw from it.
This year.
Yeah. And again, if this was a 401k, it'd be considerably harder to have tapped that money when I needed it. It would have certainly been.
Okay, I know he's a liar, goddammit. I know I'm not saying earth-shattering news. It's just, I just felt like he wasn't as bad as what he would make it out to be. Yeah, Boogie's dramatic. Thank you, Pecan. God bless you. Pecan, I just want to say, I know I piss you off sometimes because I see your chat sometimes, but I want to be honest with you. I would say a good 90% of what you say in chats, I'm usually right there with you, okay? You got good takes. I agree with you. Boogie is dramatic as fuck. 100% dramatic as fuck.
More secure, and I wouldn't have lost 75% of it overnight,
But over the years, if you were putting money into this solo 401k instead of this, you'd have been saving a lot on taxes anyway.
Sure.
Tax benefits with that. Now, I wouldn't want you to withdraw and take penalties from that anyway. You could take out loans against it. Wouldn't want you to do that either, but I think a lot of it, we're going to create your budget, but what is very clear, if we're doing $900 a month eating out in different forms, we could pay these debts off very quickly.
So my interest charge for this is $19.59 for a $1,000 budget, for a $1,000 balance. So what's that come out to?
If you're spending $600 a month going out to eat, and you could probably cut that in half just by buying groceries and cooking. That's like 2 balances right there. You know? Guys, shut up, hero history.
24%.
Well, then I'm paying that off immediately.
Yeah, that's what I'd pay off immediately because one, you can pay it off by not eating out for literally a single month.
Then how much is left on the dog loan?
The dog loan we're sitting at about $3,448. So
Han Solo says it's just funny that the guy with the wholesome content I used to watch years ago got himself outed for being retarded. Yeah, but you know what though? Look how good he's doing now. And honestly, I feel like, once again, just like with Keemstar, I think Keemstar is in his best place that he is now compared to how he used to be. I think Boogie is actually in a better version of himself than what he used to be. Because now he's more authentic. You know? Honestly, I think Boogie's in a better place now.
And the bed is also $3,219. Can you bring up Credit Karma again? Because what I can see is the bed interest rate.
Right.
Because I can also...
Again, you know how they got me on the bed is number one, it was medically required.
Yeah.
And then secondly, you know, I'm like, I can't afford to pay for this in cash, so I have to get it. And
usually a lot of beds though, you can get 0%. As you said,
I did for like 6 months or something. I think.
Well, in that case, you figure out what's the minimum monthly payment required to pay it off in 6 months.
Right.
But of course,
I mean, you tell me. I don't know. I pulled the trigger. I found one. You know, President's Day Sale, whatever.
Don't look at this. You have outstanding approval odds on 2 credit cards and 3 personal loans.
Oh, I would never take out another. Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Yeah, never.
We don't need you to have to come back on.
Nope.
The next time I have you on, I want it because you've paid off.
I mean, give me credit for one thing. I keep it paid if I can. If it's at all humanly possible. Like if a bill is due, the bill gets paid.
No.
I obviously not the credit cards.
Well,
but like the loan payments get made.
How can I give you that due?
Nothing's
though?
defaulted at least.
I can't give you that credit though. If there's if one of any of the things are not being paid, I can't give you the credit of making the payments.
See that, and I think maybe again one of the reasons I pat myself on the back for this and why you never would is because growing up we had things repossessed all the time. Cars repossessed, televisions repossessed, furniture repossessed because everything was bought on credit, right?
Yeah.
And so that was such a commonplace. I feel so happy and secure that I can pay my bills. I feel so happy and secure that no, they are getting paid. I'm paying my
credit card.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, it's not finding the interest. Do you have the app for it? Do you know that?
I do. I think.
Oh, if you have the app for it, we can
I think it's straight through Sleep Number. Maybe. I think this one was 0%, if I'm not mistaken.
Buddy, if 4 of these bad debts, I'm considering the house a good debt. If the other 4 bad debts, just absolute debt was out of your life,
yeah,
it lowers your risk profile immensely. It lowers your minimum monthly payments immensely.
Pay off them credit cards, god damn it. Pay off them goddamn credit cards and that fucking personal loan. Assassin's like, I keep getting ads in Spanish. I don't know why they were trying to tell me, but I feel like it's important because of how many I'm getting.
That's where I want to get. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. But it's going to take some things that I'm concerned you might not be willing to do, to be completely honest. But I mean, that's up to you. We'll talk about that. And
There's another financial plan we'll get into in a minute. And I think you're going to
have your own plan.
Yeah. You're going to laugh when I say it though, and your audience will laugh.
Well, I would also just rather you be like financially like safe than give me a good segment.
Well, it's
right?
both. It's both.
Okay.
It's both.
Real History says, I don't like it when he's like, oh, I'm a narcissist, so I will just behave horribly and blame everyone because that's what a narcissist does. That's him. Okay, how do I put this? Being that I can't say certain things anymore. How do I put this? Boogie is Boogie. You know, like, I didn't know his crash outs were real until we were at Fat Camp. And when he was scratching at his face, he was actually having a real, like, breakdown that time at Fat Camp. You know, it's hard to tell with Boogie sometimes.
In the end, you're a human being, man.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So the spike makes this a little hard. But across the income sources you gave me, we are having an average of $4,269.96. Now,
that's right about where it is. Yeah.
Question: Are you setting 30% aside for taxes?
I can't.
Right. Yeah. What are you gonna do? What did you do these last few quarterlies when quarterly payments?
I literally can't afford to make quarterly payments, so I'm paying in lump sums at the beginning of the year most of the time.
Okay. And there's penalties for that.
Yep.
Okay. if you can't afford to do them quarterly, how are we going to do them annually with penalties?
I think this year I'll end up having to set up a payment plan with the U.S. government.
What'd you do for last year?
We haven't talked about it much. It was a very
Shit, I forgot. I got to pay my quarterly. Thank you for reminding me, Caleb. I appreciate it.
It was a fairly reasonable sum.
It was paid?
No.
Is it on a payment plan?
Pecan. Pecan trying to get me in trouble. Can I go into that further? What are you talking about, Safa?
Man?
I'm about $2,200.
Okay. It's a very important piece of this debt.
It is.
It's interesting because the episode that's coming out before yours was another YouTuber who did not pay his taxes.
Which one? Darkside Phil.
Oh, maybe I should have him on. No, it's a YouTuber that doesn't upload anymore. He got to 100,000 subscribers and then quit.
Oh, Real History says, can't say things no more is enough code. I watch daily. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I can't say things anymore because, it pisses people off. So I have learned a new alternative to the whole word that I can't say anymore and, the other stuff. I choose what narrative I go with now. I choose. Like Scooter, for example. When Scooter was running around white knighting for Lacey and Scooter want that cooter for Lacey, and then all of a sudden he goes on live and he says that it was a game. Nope. I think the meta was he really was into Lacey, and Keemstar gave him the rope to go, it was kayfabe. Nope. I go with the narrative that he was into her. And that is my God-given right as an American citizen to believe he was really into Lacey. Thank you very much. It is my God-given right. Boogie is Boogie. Sometimes it's hard to tell. I'll get into it now, Suffer. Sometimes it's hard to tell with Boogie when he's being straight up or when he's like, I guess playing a character, I guess, is what do you want to call it? It's hard to tell with Boogie sometimes. Han Solo, the first time I saw Boogie Vale get pushed back was during his Make Me a Martyr stream. Now he can play the martyr all he wants on locale. Yeah, maybe. I don't know about that stream, to be honest, Han Solo. Thank you for being a Band World member for 2 months. Keem did save that man, 100%. 100%. And he knows it. He does. Now, that for a fact, I know Boogie knows. Boogie literally gives a lot of credit to Keem. Wholeheartedly. He gives that man a lot of credit. He does. And he means it too. Hey, Liana.
Only the 1 year, and I've just been waiting for him to knock on the door, get it solved. But at the beginning of this year, I was not in a position where I could do it. I'm like, I have to make it to the stock drops. And let's see if there's a spike that comes with it, and I'll pay it then. And that's the world we're in now. Yeah, dude.
Well, you had 30 in crypto. You could have paid it.
I could have, but I knew I looked at, and this is a terrible way to live, but this is how I looked at it. I can pull this out of crypto now and potentially miss a house payment at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So I would rather stay in the house until I have to leave it.
Yeah.
And continue to build equity. And maybe I'll never have to leave it. But if that one financial, if I pull this $2,000 and pay the U.S. government, which I know they're patient. I owe the money. They are very patient. The U.S. government is so patient.
They also have the guns.
Payments. Yeah. Well, but I'll tell you, having had this very similar problem in my 20s with a small business collapsing, and owing them $1,500 then, they were very eager to work with you. They're like, just give us anything, man. But, the U.S. government works slow, and believe it or not, they're surprisingly cool when it comes to owing them money.
Okay.
So
many people have had different experiences. Just to let you know.
Yeah, I've had. They just set me up on a payment plan. They're literally like, "What can you afford?" I'm like, "Well, I'm on disability now. So what do you think I can afford? Like, can you afford to give up 10% of that?" And I'm like, "No, I can't give 10% of $850. I'm living off of $850."
What if they knew you were spending $900 a month on fast food?
I mean, they probably would be.
Yeah, Boogie. Yeah, Boogie. What would they think about you spending $900 a month on fucking fast food? Jesus Christ.
Do not send this
Nah, it wasn't this time he was spending all the money. He was already with Desi here.
to the IRS. Yeah, probably not great. I mean, they know. The government knows, right? They have access to my credit card records, right?
I'm
They
just saying
know.
if there's one
They
people
know.
we don't, it's the IRS.
That's true. But they know.
Yeah. I mean, we've had not for sums of 2,200, but there's been people in the media industry in general who have, not paid taxes. They've gone to jail.
If you owe them a significant amount of money, then yes, they do not consider $2,000.
No, I know. No, but that's all I'm saying is like, well, this isn't all roses and butterflies.
The best I can get for you on this loan is that it's 0% for 24 months, because that's pretty much standard on the website.
Yeah, when did you take it out?
Wait, Pecan said, and I'm sorry, but put Freshie in a wig, and that's Lisa. Pecan. That is motherfucking diabolical. You even said that. What the fuck? Mr. Boom Boom Pow says there's an IRS agent watching this right now. Pecan! That was diabolical. How dare you say that? Damn!
July.
Okay, so we're in the 0% interest period.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's good to know.
Or no, June.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, June. Sorry, I was panicking. I was like, because
you almost sent me into one.
I got it before you. Yeah, so.
Does she work?
We're working on that.
Okay, because that's not required to. We're not married, anything like that. If we are married, that's a conversation of what do we need to be as a future? How do we hit financial goals? We might need to work, obviously.
The majority of her everything is taken care of, but the one thing that she's not doing is bringing.
Pecan said, "Close your eyes, Xylee, and imagine it." All right. You're saying Scooter in a wig? No, Freshie in a wig is Lacey. All right, I'm closing my eyes. I'm picturing Freshie. Bitch. You are diabolical. Ma'am. You should be ashamed of yourself. I cannot confirm nor deny that statement. I am going to leave it alone. I am not going to be a part of this situation. I am going to press play on this video and keep trucking. Okay? I'm just saying. All I'm saying is, Pecan, I disavow, and you are diabolical. Okay? That's where I stand. Officially, that's where I stand. Okay? Pressing play now.
Incoming. Yeah, but she's costing pretty much nothing going on.
Okay, let's capture some of your other things. We have Verizon 222.
Do what?
Verizon 222?
Yes, we got 2 lines.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you have your phones financed? iPads?
Not iPads, no.
Verizon's expensive.
Verizon's expensive. There was like a $500 balance after trading on that phone on this one, so we are paying that off. That is, again, 0%.
You're going to hate it because, Verizon is like the best nationwide, but we just can't afford to live. Like, Mint Mobile.
I don't even know what that is.
Ryan Reynolds, Mint Mobile?
I don't watch commercials, man.
Okay, well, check it out, dude. I'll text you a link. It can be like $30 a line.
Okay, I'll still have to pay off this phone before I get there. But yes.
So wait.
Yeah, like I said,
the phone was $0.
It added up to like there was a balance of $420 spread across 24 months.
Oh.
But it's 0% interest.
I know, but we can't switch to another carrier.
Yeah.
Well, there goes saving $150. All right. Car insurance? Yeah.
Gotta have car insurance.
Gotta have car insurance. The YouTuber, the other one I was talking about, who didn't pay his taxes, does not have car insurance. Very bad.
I didn't for the first 30 years of my life.
That's not good.
Yeah, that was not good.
Do you have what the fuck is? Oh, yeah, $775 is your minimum monthly for insurance.
Yeah,
Health
that's
insurance.
Blue Cross Blue Shield, keeps me alive. Unfortunately, for them, they are losing a lot of money on this. I can tell you that. They are spending way more than I'm giving them at this point.
Yeah, like 15 years ago, you may have not been able to get health insurance at this point.
I couldn't. Yeah, if it wasn't for the Obama administration that made it possible for me to purchase insurance as a self-employed person, I would never had access to health insurance.
Okay.
All right, so remaining $983, mortgage $2121. God damn. Phone $222, insurance $168, health $775.
So how many people do you have to buy groceries for, like every day type thing?
Me and her.
Just you two.
Yeah. I mean, we do have somebody that again will cook for free as long as they're eating. So we do take advantage of that. So generally means we're cooking for 3 most of the times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I would try and go to the 2 with some cooking, getting done. So what we did on our grocery store website, our local grocery store, HEB, you can probably do this on Walmart, I assume. We created like a meal prepping thing for each week, 2,500 calories a day per person plus snacks. We sorted the recipes for what we needed for each meal by cheapest.
I should have pointed that when we eat at home, we eat cheap. We eat more sandwiches than we eat anything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, either way, sort the ingredients by cheap, and then do like a pickup order for it, which can.
Wow, wait a minute. A good sandwich sounds good too, with some fresh lettuce and tomato. I'm hungry, y'all. Bro, I'm fucking hungry. All right, we're not finishing this video. I'm going to end it in 15 minutes and send y'all over to Nuts. Because I am hungry. My tummy's growling.
be free depending on the store. And that way you're not going through the aisles, you're not picking up everything. And we had for a single person with snacks and desserts, 2,500 calories a day, good eating.
Banana slice. That's actually a good point. Makes fun of Sweet Tea for her Obama phone, but doesn't make fun of his Obamacare. I mean, yeah, that's the kind of mood I'm in right now. Every time they mention food, I'm like, shit, I kind of want that.
In $250 a month.
That's
comfortably.
incredible. That's incredible.
Comfortably, but most people aren't, willing to get into the nitty gritty of it. Name
course,
brands
yeah.
and eating a unique meal every day. And I want everyone to be able to do that. I want everyone to be able to do that when we can't afford it.
All right, RG Gamer says, yeah, Ken saying I won't talk about you no more kind of led me into believe that lolcows aren't really trolls. I can't. Okay, here's the thing, RG. I'm going to be very honest with you about this community. We have very little lolcows. People are actually forgetting what lolcows are. Wings, lolcow. Boogie, lolcow. Tina, you could probably say Tina's a lolcow. Just because it has lolcow in the name, it doesn't mean people are lolcows. Lolcows aren't trolls. They get trolled. Like to a degree, to a certain degree. Everybody gets trolled. Don't get me wrong. Everybody gets trolled. But what makes a lolcow is not only they get trolled, but how they react to the trolls. You know what I mean? And a lot of people have lost the definition of what an actual lolcow is. You know? Yeah, that's true, Squatchin. Can they be milked for content or laughs? Then they are lolcow. Yes, except for we can also milk, and you know this, Squatchin. You come from the same community I came from. You can milk somebody that's not a lolcow too. You can milk somebody. I've milked Keem for 3 days now. You know? So. Yes, Maui, 100%. Lolcows also don't always recognize they are lolcows. 99% of them do not see themselves as lolcows. Yes. Xylee, you aren't a lolcow. You're too normal. I'd like to think I'm normal. Well, okay. Normal is subjective. Okay? Normal is a subjective term, all right? Like, my normal can be different from your normal. I like to think I'm normal with a hint of spicy, just a hint of anger in there. I'm normal, just sprinkle in a little anger and spite, and that's me, I have my moments. I have my moments.
Everything in our house is great value. 100% of the time. Because number one, it's a huge waste of money. The food doesn't taste different.
Yeah, I don't think Billy's a lolcow either. But Billy's an entertainer. That's what Billy does. I don't think Rastoff is a lolcow. I think Rastoff's problem is he's a normie. Rastoff's a normie. Because he hasn't been doing content creation. And I'm going to be honest with you, we have a lot of normies in the lolcow universe as far as content creators. We have a lot of normies. And you can tell the normies because the normies will, it's going to be a fake it or make it type of situation, right? And Rastoff's making it, but he's having a hard time adjusting. You got to think, he worked like an office job and now he's doing this and he's having a hard time adjusting. That's what I see is Rastoff's problem. He's just having a hard time adjusting. But here's the thing. I had the exact same thing. Squatchin can tell you. All right? Squatchin, Maui, people in this chat that's been with me for a long time on my channel, they can tell you. I also had a hard time adjusting. It was in 2023. I had a hard time adjusting. But then once it hit you like a fucking bag of bricks. Once it hits you, you're like, oh, wait a minute. That's all I have to do. I'm good. And yeah, every now and then people have their moments. Shit might get to them. Every now and then somebody will say something shitty in the chat. And you know what? I feel like today is the day. I want to argue. Let's fucking go. Sometimes I get drunk on stream and go into Discord wanting to argue with somebody because I think it's fun to fucking argue. I think it's so fun to argue in fucking Discord. I love it. I absolutely love it. But ultimately, I had a hard time adjusting, but then you get it. And once you get it, you're good. Harley Quinn knows. Hell yeah, Harley Quinn was there when I was dealing with that shit in 2023. But once you get it, it feels good. Yeah, exactly, Squatch. And took a bit. We got there in the end.
The products aren't any better. And secondly, we're in Walmart country, right? Like, so if you're not buying the local brand, you know, you're kind of a trader in our area. But yeah, at least that we're already doing that.
Yeah, all I'm saying is I could get you guys $450 a month in groceries for you too, with aggressive meal prepping. We could.
That sounds very reasonable. Yeah.
Now I have something called the toilet paper fund. This is just whatever else is needed to survive the household. So it's the toothpaste, the toothbrush, you know, whatever is needed.
Sure.
All right, let's get. Hold on. I think it's here is where he tells Boogie to get a job.
What does the next 15 look like?
I mean, here's what my life is like.
Oh, here we
15.
go.
I really do. Let's just go. Significant other is able to help split the cost of the place they're living. That will help with your thing. I do want to talk about, before we wrap it up, just, you know, okay, say you make it 10 years like you said. I hope it's much longer. You know, I really do. Let's just go off that the 15-year arc.
Sure.
What does that look like to you? We've done YouTube for 15 years. So we're halfway through that. That arc. What does the next 15 look like?
I mean, here's what my life has looked like so far, right? I was homeless when I was 20, right? I was couch surfing. I was breaking into buildings up at the University of Arkansas. Statute of Limitations has us up on that, by the way. But I was sleeping in buildings that they were building still.
I want to hear about your future, the exciting things, not your bad
We're gonna get there.
past.
We're gonna get there, okay?
Okay.
But when I was homeless, I wouldn't have told you that 3 years later I would be running a small business running web design, right?
Sure.
And then later,
He's always got to fucking tell you the sad shit before he goes into something positive. Boogie, fucking stop. Stop it, Boogie, stop. We want to know about the future, Boogie. We want to know about the good things you're going to do. Fuck.
while I was running that business, I wouldn't have told you I'd be disabled soon after, right? And when I was disabled, I wouldn't have told you I'd be a YouTuber who made $1.3 million across a decade, right?
What's more?
Honestly, Maui, no. I don't think he learned anything from this. I think what he's learned from Keemstar. I think he's learned from Keemstar, honestly.
For sponsorships, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
it was probably closer to like 2, right?
Probably as much as 2.5. I would say across everything I've made, for close to $2.5 million in 10 years.
Incredible.
Right. I cannot tell you what the future looks like, but I'm always hopeful. One of my favorite movies, Castaway, right? Just gotta stay alive, man. That's it. Just gotta stay alive because you never know what the tide could bring in tomorrow.
I do agree with that, but what about plans?
Well, my plan currently right now is taking it day by day. Every therapist will tell you this is what you gotta do.
Yeah.
My current plan is to continue to throw myself at my existing business because my existing business is still profitable. And I'm looking for that next opportunity. I've looked at reselling on Whatnot as a possibility. I've looked at trying to find a small business loan and open something in the area. I've talked to a friend about doing a smash room. Employment, like I said, come March, there might be a job out there that suits me and that suits my needs, and I'm still going to look for that. All I know is
Boogie, you are not going to go out and get a job. Why are you lying to this man? You are not going to go out and get a damn job. Sir, you've been on YouTube for 15 fucking years. There ain't no goddamn way you going to go out and get a job. There ain't no damn way. Ain't no damn way.
that right now, when I get home from this, I go home and I film videos and I live stream and I do what I can to entertain the audience that I currently have. And when that audience is gone, I hope I find a new one.
You know, it's another option. I don't want this. This is more last case.
Yeah.
We take it, we sell the house, have the hundreds of thousands in equity, about $250,000 of equity. And then instead of paying $2,121 in rent, we get like a 1-bedroom, pay like $1,100. Now, obviously that sucks. That's hard. Obviously it has to be ground level, but it saves you $1,000 a month.
I'll do even better.
Okay.
The plan is to move that out of Northwest Arkansas and get to a place where we can buy a house for $50,000.
Well, you said you had to stay there for medical providers.
Well, it involves giving up on that.
So you just,
right. It involves
Pokey Gaga says I would hire Boogie as a cashier. Really? Would you, Poke? Would you?
Like not necessarily worrying about being near the best possible healthcare, right? Okay. It'll be a more rural farm, a more rural kind of thing, right? But there's still help at rural hospitals, right? They know what they're doing. Just doesn't need to be cutting edge, right? And you can get a house out in the boonies for $50K in Arkansas.
Sure.
OC OC Media, leave Boogie alone. This is old news. Yeah, that's why we're watching it. Let's talk about ghost hunting or debunking ghost videos or something. No, because that's not my content. I did that with Dad. Dad left, went to Aussie. That's what they did over there. And then Dad left again. We were talking about that because Dad was really into it. That's not what I do here. Love you too.
Might be closer to her family. It sucked to be further away from my support structure there, but that is a possibility. The Hail Mary play has always been, okay, sell the house, hopefully clear 230, 250 after closing fees and everything else, and then take that money and live off of it at a very reasonable amount. I think
he should rent the house out. I don't think he should sell it. I think he should rent it out. That's what I think.
If you get out into the small parts of Arkansas, you buy a $50,000 house, you have a little bit of land.
Gives you $16,000 a year for the remaining 15. So that'd be
you can live pretty okay in Arkansas for $16,000 a year. It ain't great, but I know people who do it.
I know, it would be difficult. So.
Oh my God, is that Gidgey giving me a fucking compliment? Ladies and gentlemen, we all must hone in on what Gidgey said in chat. Gidgey said, and I repeat, I love Xylee solo. I really hope she keeps this like this. Holy shit, Gidgey. You just gave me a fucking compliment. Fuck! Does that mean I owe you a compliment now? God fucking damn it. Fuck, bro. Shit. Now I owe Gidgey a goddamn compliment because she had to go and give me a fucking compliment. Now I have to do it to look good for optics. The fuck? Set my ass up trying to be nice to me in my goddamn chat. Now I gotta go and be nice to you and shit. Fuck. Rude.
1,388.
No more $900 a month fast food at that point.
At this point.
Yeah, McDonald's becomes the treat at that point for sure. But
at this point.
Yeah. But that's the Hail Mary play.
So I'm rooting for you, not because...
Wait, acid. That's some gross shit. Gidgey fart sprinkles and mayo? Okay, bro, that's a little disgusting to think about. Could you imagine? Ew. Ew. That's ew. Ew. Ugh.
You're a YouTuber, not because you're sitting across the table from me.
Who the fuck thinks of sprinkles and mayo? What dimension are you in to think of sprinkles and mayo? And you put them together. I'm sorry, ADHD kicked in. Hold on, nah. ADHD kicked in. We're almost done anyway, so we gotta talk about this for a second. How in the fuck do you put mayo and sprinkles together and just clash them into a fart? And then I got Jethro here talking about I dip my Fritos in banana pudding. That's diabolical. You should go to jail for that. You should go to jail, sir. Putting in goddamn Fritos into a fucking banana pudding. Which, by the way, FYI, I make the best banana pudding in the world. Thank you very much. World class. But that's diabolical. You should go to jail. Straight to jail. Putting damn Fritos in a fucking banana pudding. What is wrong with you? Who does that? Why are you putting sprinkles and mayo together? Rum, watermelon, and mustard? Okay, that's it. You know what? I'm banning all of you. I am gonna do this stream solo. I'm gonna do it extreme solo. I am banning every single person where nobody can chat in this chat anymore because y'all are disgusting ass motherfuckers. Bro. Really? Okay, the french fries and the frosty thing, that's actually pretty good because of the salt and the sweetness. That's actually pretty good. I'll give you that one. Ugh! Okay, pizza and ranch, do that too. I got you on that one. Poke Gaga said, hold up, Jethro might be on to something. Poke Gaga, I swear to God, I will disown you. I will fucking disown you. I will disown you. Oh my God, if I find out that you dip fucking Fritos in a banana pudding, I am disowning you. All right, French fries and a cheeseburger, I can get it. Overlord, thank you. Overlord's like, man, y'all eat like some damn raccoons. True. True. Y'all are disgusting. What is wrong with y'all? Like, y'all... What? Exactly, Harlequin. Y'all need Jesus or an exorcism or something. The fuck? Ugh. Y'all are gross. Y'all are absolutely disgusting. Let me get the goddamn... Are they going at live at 4? They're going live at 4. Let me put this damn redirect in so I can send y'all's gross asses over there. The fuck? Ugh. Ugh. I'm sorry. That mayo and sprinkles fucking comment threw me for a loop. You literally triggered my ADHD with that mayo and sprinkles comment. I'm sorry. You triggered me. Just put chamoy on your watermelon like a normal person. True! And you know what? I'll even accept somebody putting salt on watermelon. Like a little sprinkle of salt on the watermelon. I'll even accept that. Yes, Lightning Sparrow, that's exactly what I'm doing. Xylee was like, here, nuts, you deal with these freaks. Period. You heard of people eating bacon and tartar sauce? Okay, I'm done with y'all. I'm done. I'm done. It's 4 o'clock. We're done here. We are absolutely done here. I am not dealing with this crime against fucking food any longer. I'm not dealing with y'all. You're going to have to go deal with Albert and Scooter. Tell them your gross food that you like when you go in there, because I ain't dealing with your shit anymore, bro. Pecan loves ketchup on her pizza. I'm done. I'm done. No, stream's over. All right, I'm out. I'm out. Fuck y'all. Y'all eat like trash pandas. I'm done. I'm done. Goodbye. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Go to balls. Go to nuts.